Oh dear. Oh. Hello. I just realized you can kind of see to my bathroom. I'm going to cover that up. Hello. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. Wah. There we go. All right. Hello and welcome. If you're watching on the replay, this is one of my little live streams. Today's a special one because it's actually my birthday tomorrow. Hi, Anastas and Dumchita, of course. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to be in the hospital all day doing neurological tests. So don't worry, I'm fine. It's all good. But man, this boom arm literally doesn't cooperate until the moment I hit live. There we go. So yeah, we're celebrating today. So how is everyone? Who's excited? I'm excited. I've got some fun things for you guys. Let me see. I've been wanting to do this for such a long time. Hi, Ash. Welcome. They're called You Choose books, and they're basically choose your own adventure, but they're historical. So we had to get the Titanic because I love the Titanic. And I actually found, thank you, Hip Snow. Thank you so much. Yes, it's Blackpink Day. I had to wear black pink. You probably can't tell my eyeshadow, but I wore black and pink. You probably tell when it gets dark and I turn my light on. But I found a second Titanic book. So we're going to have lots of Titanic adventures. Thank you, Ultravolt. I appreciate it so much. I also just randomly grabbed two history-themed ones. I mean, they're all history-themed, but... Oh, thank you, Ash. I grabbed the Salem Witch Trials. So I figure we can go on trial. Hi, Daria. Thank you. And I grabbed the Middle Ages because it's a period that we don't really cover a lot on my channel, just because most information on the Middle Ages is European Middle Ages, and European Middle Ages is really boring. It's all about like West Asia, East Asia, Western Africa. Like there's so many exciting things in the Middle Ages, but I feel like in the Western education world, it's all European and it's really boring. It's just plagues and stuff. Yes, we are going to read them. They are choose your own adventure. So you guys are going to be choosing what happens in these stories. So why don't we just get started? If I have any channel members here already, I don't know. I haven't seen anyone yet. I would have them pick which one we're going to do first. I kind of want to do the Titanics together. I'm obsessed with the Titanic. I've always said that if I could meet a time traveler and they'd say, "Where do you want to go? What do you want to do?" I would say, "Put me on the Titanic." And they'd be like, "What?" Like with the sinking and everything. I'm like, "Yeah, get me on it. I want to be on the Titanic so bad." You're too broke. Oh, that's okay. I try to make it. Hello. Oh, it's your dinner time, isn't it? I try to make members as cheap as possible. Hey, Heffley. Just because I'm also a poor person. So, hey, Heffley, I know you saw on your exclusive members video, but was there any particular choose your own adventure you would like to hear first? Wow, I really shook the desk there. Which one would you like to hear first? We've got Salem Witch Trials, Middle Ages, and of course the Titanic. Yeah, the cat. I forgot it's 6 o'clock. It's dinner time. I might have to go feed him real quick. I'm sorry. I forgot. You woke up. I didn't think you were going to wake up on time for dinner. You were sleeping so hard. He can wait a little bit. Anastas wants the Titanic. I know I do too. I think we're just going to start with Titanic. Why not? It's my birthday. So let's hop on the Titanic, guys. Ready? Let's see. That's how to do the book. All right. Chapter 1. All aboard. It's 3:04 at night. Oh, Anastasia, I hope you get some sleep. I know I have to tonight because I gotta get up early, go to the doctor. Thank you, Ultravolt. Yeah, I don't want to charge too much for an extra thing, Anyway, Chapter 1, All Aboard. Here we go. The year is 1912. A giant ship gleams in England's Southampton harbor. Titanic's looming shadow makes even the most powerful passenger feel small. No ship this big has ever been built. The huge ship was built with safety in mind. Watertight walls, called bulkheads, are designed to keep the water from flowing from one part of the ship to the other. The ship also has 15 watertight doors. Newspapers say the Titanic is practically unsinkable. Wow. I have not looked in these books yet. Okay, I think it glitched a bit. Because I didn't want to, but look at this. It's a whole map of the Titanic. It's so cool. All right. All over the world, people await Titanic's first voyage with excitement. They followed the newspaper stories about it for months. It took 3 years to build Titanic at a cost of $7.5 million. The ship has a saltwater swimming pool, a library, a gym, and 3 elevators. In all, 1,316 passengers will travel aboard Titanic, thanks official ILAC, across the Atlantic Ocean to New York City. Some of the world's richest people have planned for months to take this first voyage. They've paid thousands of dollars for the trip. There's Captain Smith. What a hero. But the rich aren't the only ones to experience this amazing ship. Third-class passengers step on a wooden gangway into the lower levels of the ship. Many are immigrants from Europe seeking a better life in the United States. Some people traveling on the ship aren't passengers. The ship has a crew of 890 people. They include cooks, stewards, engineers, and a doctor. Other staff members work for private companies. These people are orchestra members, wireless radio operators, and restaurant workers. All right, here we go. So put a 1 in the chat if you want to travel first class. Put a 2 if you want to travel third class, and 3 if you want to be a crew member. Oh, sorry, Dunchita. I know it lagged for a little bit. I hope it's better now. So yeah, put a 1 in the chat if you want to travel first class, a 2 in the chat if you want to travel third class, and a 3 if you want to be a crew member. We're going to do all of them, so just which one do you want to do first? I'm seeing ones. Hey, Jeremy. Oh, Heffley said 3, but there's lots of 1s. I think you might be outnumbered, Heffley. Everyone wants... There's lots of 1s. Okay. 1 for first class. Let's do it. And then we'll do crew member. All right. A first class experience. Here's the very famous... Thank you, Jeremy. The very famous staircase, which we only have pictures of because the Olympic had identical stairs. Otherwise, there are no known surviving pictures of the staircase. Isn't that interesting? Okay, cool. I'm glad. All right. First class experience. As you step on Titanic's deck, the chief steward welcomes you aboard. Another steward leads you to your stateroom. Your stateroom is as elegant as a grand hotel. Carved oak lines the walls. Some mirrors are trimmed in gold. Every stateroom has electric light and heat. It makes you feel like royalty. Once you've settled in, you decide to explore the ship. You spot the ship's grand staircase, topped by an iron and glass dome. It is dazzling. Around noon, you walk up near the bridge. Captain Edward Smith is there, directing the officers, quartermasters, and pilot. You hear the officers at their station signal that they are ready. The pilot calls out, "Let go the hold ropes." Crew members relay the orders. Tugboats help the great ship inch out of the harbor. As the ship heads out to sea, you move to the first-class lounge. There you meet 2 wealthy, famous men. John Jacob Astor and Hudson Allison are returning home on the Titanic. Hi, Fluffy Buns, welcome. Astor is an old friend. You haven't seen him since he left for Europe 4 months ago with his new bride. This Allison fellow seems interesting, too. He speaks with pride of his 2 young children, who are also aboard. Separately, both men invite you to join them a few nights later for dinner. All right, to join Allison, put a 1 in the chat, and to be with John Jacob Astor, put a 2. Who do you want to join for dinner? Hudson Allison for 1, John Jacob Astor for 2. It's a bit of a delay, so I have to wait. I know who I would want, definitely. Let me... 1 in the chat for Hudson Allison, who we don't really know about so much, other than he has kids, or John Jacob Astor, one of the richest men in the world. Roasted, my goodness. So I've got a 2 and a 1. Who wants to break the tie? Difficult question. 1 or 2? Interesting stranger or a super rich man? We've got another 2. I'm gonna wait for one more. Who else? And a 2. Okay. John Jacob Astor. That's who I would pick, to be honest. That'd be so cool to meet him. But me as a time traveler, I'd be like, sorry. All right. On Sunday, April 14th. Oh dear, we're having dinner with him on April 14th. That's the night of, by the way. On Sunday, April 14th, you arrive for dinner with the Astors. John Jacob Astor. Oh, here he is, by the way. There's John Jacob Astor and his brand new wife. They'd only been married for a few months. You arrive for dinner with the Astors. John Jacob Astor greets you in the entryway to the dining room. He is dressed neatly in a tuxedo. Rooster is also here on the Titanic. And his beautiful young bride is wearing an elegant dress. As you sit down to dinner, Astor entertains you and the others at the table with tales of his business deals in New York and in Europe. It's a fun, festive night. You all eat your fill. After dinner, hey, Beggy. Hey, welcome. After dinner, we've got one of our 3 Uzbeks in the chat. After dinner, you and the other men move to the smoking room. I guess we're a man in this story. You spend the next few hours playing cards before returning to your stateroom. As you get ready for bed, there is a pounding on the door. A steward calls. I'm sorry to inform you that the captain has ordered all on deck with life jackets. Oh, thank you, Fluffy Buns. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm glad you love them. Hey, Natural Explorer, welcome. The steward says that we all have to go on deck with life jackets. What's this? Is it a drill or a serious problem? You aren't sure what to do. Suddenly you think of the Astors. If there's trouble, they should be warned. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to go warn the Astors, or a 2 to follow instructions and head out on deck. Which would you rather do? Go to John Jacob Astor and tell him, hey, something's wrong? Or do you just want to put on your life jacket and head up to the deck? We've got a 2. Let's see. I know which one I would pick for sure. Knowing what's about to happen, right? What do we have? 1 if you want to go warn the Astors. 2 if you just want to head up to deck. We've got a 2 and a 1. We got a 1. I'm going to wait for a couple more votes. I'll be in his will. I don't know if he has time to write a will. Well, I see lots of 1s, so we're going to go warn the Astors. Oh, Fluffy Buns wants us to drown, apparently, from that chat. Okay, let's see. I would have headed up on deck, but I mean, as a time traveler, I would know what to do. I'd be the first one on the life jacket, or the lifeboat, but anyway. You grab your life jacket and leave your stateroom. When you finally find the Astors, they're in the gym. Why? It's like 1 a.m. They greet you as you walk in, but there's little time to talk. A crew member calls into the room, urging everyone to go up on deck. On deck, a crew member tells you that all the lifeboats are being loaded. Thank you, Becky. I appreciate that. I dressed up for my birthday. A crew member tells you that all the lifeboats are being loaded. Astor doesn't believe the passengers are in serious danger. I'm sure we'll be fine aboard the big ship, he says. It doesn't matter, as the crew is loading women and children first. Remember, we're a man in this scenario. Mrs. Astor isn't sure that boarding a lifeboat is a good idea, but her husband asks her to get on the boat as a precaution. As her lifeboat is lowered, he calls to her, "We'll meet in New York." This feels like The Sims. Kind of. Let's see, we have to go to this page. You stand near Astor and watch as boat after boat is loaded. Soon it becomes clear that there aren't enough lifeboats for all the passengers. Unless a rescue ship arrives quickly, you, Astor, and many others will go down with the Titanic. As the final lifeboats are lowered, sounds swirl around you. Husbands and wives call to each other. The ship's band continues to play ragtime music, then changes to a hymn. In the confusion, you make one last decision. You return to your stateroom. You take in the luxury all around you, knowing that your fate is sealed. The end. We drowned. Good job, everyone. I mean, we were a rich first class passenger, male rich first class passenger. So yeah, we drowned. Oh, there's a picture of Hudson Allison. Remember that guy? He was on a horse buying trip in England, and he was returned home to Canada. That's who that was, apparently. We died rich. That's true. We got to die. I mean, there's far worse places to die than a first class stateroom on the Titanic, I suppose. All right. So next, we're going to be a crew member. Going down with the ship's kind of an awesome way to go, but only if you're the captain. Yeah. Apparently, the captain kabam before it could sink, so he wouldn't drown. I don't want you to get upset by that, but that's the rumor. No one will ever know. But there was a gunshot heard in the place where the captain steers the ship, was at the bridge. Got heard there before it went under. Anyway, so next we're going to be a crew member. We turn to the right page. I wonder what job we're going to have. There's a cool little drawing of the Titanic heading out. To protect and serve. As the sun rises on, they never put that in the Titanic movie. I know there's a lot they left out, but there's a lot they left in that they didn't need to. Lots of details. It was very, very detailed. Yeah. That might have been too gruesome for, it was a PG-13 movie, right? Anyway. Oh. Let me see. I know. Anyway. As the sun rises on April 10th, you make your way to Southampton's harbor. As you board Titanic, you see some familiar faces among the other crew members. You see stewards who attend to the needs of the passengers. Also in the crowd are cooks, musicians, and engine room workers called stokers. Over the years, you've worked on many ships, but you've never been on one this grand. You're excited to see how the ship feels in the open water. You've heard promises that Titanic's ride will be smooth. You can't wait to see if the stories are true. As the passengers board, you prepare for a long week of work. After all, in order for the passengers to enjoy their adventure, you've got to keep things moving. Finally, it's time to set sail. The gangplanks are pulled in and the ship is ready to move out to sea. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you want to work with the deck crew. Put a 2 if you want to work with the engine crew. 1 if you want to work on deck. 2 if you want to work on the engine. I 100% know which one I would pick. Just knowing what I know. 1, yes. 1 defo. 1, yeah. Working in the boiler room, the engine room, sounds horrific. Everyone's putting 1. Yeah, I would. That was a miserable job, and it was round the clock, and they were the first to go. So let's work on the deck. I know I don't want to die fast again. All right. The rooster, my goodness, it's their dinner time too. Anyway, the mood of this voyage is different from any you've ever been on. Passengers arrive with broad smiles and few demands. All around, you hear people talking about the beauty of Titanic. Even in third class, passengers are excited to be on their way. Most of them seem to be off to start a new life in the United States. They are pleased to find out that they have comfortable rooms and plenty of food. All right, do we want to be a junior officer? Put a 1 in the chat. Or if you want to work as a third class steward, put a 2 in the chat. To be a junior officer, helping out the people in the first, second class, put a 1. Or to be a third class steward, put a 2. Again, I definitely know which one I pick. Anyway. Just waiting on delay. 1. There's 1. I mean, I suppose being a junior officer would be more work. But I see mostly 1s. Oh, we've got 2s. Oh, it's kind of even. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. That's a lot of 1s. All right, I guess we're on the deck crew as a junior officer. I mean, the third class stewards, there were some heroes there. There were a lot of third class stewards that went back and forth between the bottom and the top, grabbing women and children and getting them on deck. And pretty much all of them didn't make it. There are a lot of heroes down there. But anyway, you don't want to drown. That's the goal of this book, okay? When we get to third class pages, our goal is not to drown. That's the end game here. You've spent your life traveling the oceans, working on all types of ships. You've worked hard to reach the position of officer and are pleased to be hired for Titanic's first voyage. During the first days of the voyage, you work steadily. You supervise other crew members and watch the ocean and the skies for anything that might endanger the ship. You know most of the crew members. Many of you have worked together on other ships. Finally, Sunday arrives. It's your night off. You're looking forward to relaxing, but your best friend's working on the bridge tonight. He asked you to stop by to help in case things get busy. So, if we just want to take the night off and relax, put a 1 in the chat. Or if you want to go to the bridge to find your friend, put a 2 in the chat. A servant to the toffs in first class. Yeah, it's kind of like very demanding. Third class, not demanding at all, but yeah, you're still in third class. So to relax, put a 1. To go to the bridge to find your friend, put a 2. I see mostly 2s so far. I mean, this is your one night to relax, right? Relax. I think 2 is the winner. So let's go find our friend and help him out in case things get busy. It's very late and the night is cold and dark. No moon shines overhead to cast a sparkle across the smooth ocean. We should be able to make good time tonight, you think. So the captain, before you get to the bridge, are you a geography teacher? No, but I would love to be. I guess I am now because you're all learning geography, huh? Before you get to the bridge, however, something startles you. It's a call from the crow's nest up above. Iceberg, right ahead. You hear the panic in the lookout's voice, but deep down you aren't worried. Surely Titanic will steer away from it. The great ship begins a gentle turn. You move quickly to the railing and look into the distance. Squinting, you finally see the iceberg. You watch as Titanic veers slightly to the left, but it's too late. Titanic's starboard side glances off the iceberg. The collision throws you off balance for a moment. Chunks of ice land on the deck around you. Was the collision enough to damage the ship? You realize that you need to find someone who can tell you exactly what's going on. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you want to go to the boat deck to figure out what just happened, or put a 2 if you want to go to the wireless room to figure out what happened. Who do you think would be the best source of information here, the boat deck or the wireless room? Oh, my phone, hold up. You're my kind of geography teacher. Thank you. I see some 1s, lots of 1s, lots of 1s. So that was my tablet that was buzzing. What was that about? No, it was the BTS Island game. I'm gonna ignore that. Lots of 1s. Okay, let's go to the boat deck. Since they were the ones trying to maneuver it away from the iceberg in the first place. As you reach the port side, although the wireless room did have information about icebergs out there. As you reach the port side of the boat deck, you see Second Officer Charles Lightoller uncovering boats. You run to him and ask how you can help. Load the lifeboats with passengers, he replies. Women and children first. Allow no men aboard the boats until the last woman and child has boarded. So messily clean, thank you. It was trashed earlier today because I've been sick for 2 weeks, so I finally cleaned most of it. But anyway. Allow no man aboard the boats until the last woman and child has boarded. Do you understand me? You nod. During the next hour, passengers make their way to the deck. Some are angry, others seem worried. But as Titanic's bow starts to sink, you become more frantic. You follow Lightoller's orders and allow only women and children to board. As husbands separate from their wives and children, you sense the sadness of the moment. Some men try to get into the boats, and you do your best to stop them. In the background, you notice that the ship's band is playing. Maybe the music will help people stay calm. So let's see. Back row. So this is Charles Lightoller right here. That's the guy that's ordering us around. And anyway. Is it true that some boats broke apart in the sea? It's because of how... No, that's did not happen. All the lifeboats were actually underloaded. Which is a bit of a contention. There was not one lifeboat that was at full capacity. They could hold, I want to say like 40 people, if I remember, something like that. And one boat only had 6 people in it because they were going, they were frantic. And Rooster agrees. The lifeboats actually Titanic had too many lifeboats per regulation. They had, I think, maybe 1 or 2 extra than they were supposed to have. But they had the lifeboats because the whole plan, if there was an emergency, is that they would call for help, a ship would come, and they could ferry people back and forth on the lifeboats. It wasn't like there's no ship at that time, at least, that could have enough lifeboats to fit everybody on the ship on it. Anyway, that's why the lifeboats were the way they were. Oh, we're in the wireless room. Is that where we're supposed to go? No. Okay. We're on this page. As you help women into the boat, a man moves close to the edge. Step back, sir, you tell him. The man refuses. You call for the boat to be lowered. Just as it begins to descend, the man grabs a woman's hand. They both leap into the boat. You call for the boat to stop. You insist that the man get out, but he again refuses. You pull out your gun and fire a warning shot into the air. Return to the ship, you shout. Your eyes meet, but you can't bring yourself to shoot the man. You order the boat to be lowered. You know that the man will live. And unless you are lucky enough to board one of the last lifeboats, you probably will not. The end. My gosh. So we drowned, supposedly by that, because the only crew members on board the lifeboats were the people piloting the lifeboats. So we drowned. Thanks for the answer. Yeah, none of the lifeboats were full. I know, I didn't like that ending. It's very. Hey, Jorge, thank you so much for this super sticker. It's so cute. You sent me a sticker last time you were here. Very sweet. Thank you so much. Oh, that's so cool. I love super stickers. All right, who's ready to be a third class passenger? Let's go below. Bad ending again. Womp womp. Okay, this time we're really gonna try not to drown you guys. You guys, stop picking the ones that's getting us drowned. This time we're not gonna drown, okay? Let's see, page 47. All right. Oh, the picture of our cabin. Check it out. We've got a bed and our own commode. Isn't that fancy? Wow. The thing about third class was that this was actually really fancy compared to what some people were living in England and Ireland. The people who boarded third class, they had their own little bathroom area. They got their own menu. They got served 3 meals a day. Like that was fancy. Even though they didn't have a view of the water and it was cramped, that was much nicer than what most people down there were used to. That looks classy. I know, you can just hop out of bed and use your commode. On the way to America. Finally, your long wait is over. You have wished for a chance to go to America to start a new life. Now your time has come. After buying your ticket, you have to pass a medical inspection. You wait in a long line to be checked for trachoma and other diseases. Once you pass the inspection, you receive your boarding papers and step aboard Titanic. While you've never traveled on an ocean liner before, you've heard stories about the poor conditions in third class. But on Titanic, even third class is clean and comfortable. You hear one woman say, "This is like traveling on second class on most ships," which is true. You've been assigned to a cabin on one of the lower decks. As you enter it, you see that you'll be sharing the cozy room with 3 other women. Are we a woman this time? Oh, we've got a chance. We've got a chance for a woman, yes. There are 2 bunk beds and a small sink in the room. You place your belongings on one of the bunks and take a deep breath. Outside, hundreds of people move through the narrow passageways. They speak many languages. Some of it you understand and some of it you don't, but it doesn't really matter to you. The greatest adventure of your life is about to begin. All right, if we speak English, put a 1 in the chat, and if we don't, put a 2. Remember, we're trying not to drown, you guys. 1 in the chat if we speak English, a 2 in the chat if we do not speak English. Let's see. I see a 1 from Heffley, a 2 from Doomchita. One from Jorge, one from Fluffy Buns. Do you speak French? Un peu, juste un peu. I promise I have it scheduled for October. I'm going to do a French video, 100% in French. So look forward to that. All right. It looks like we speak English. Good call, chat. We speak Austrian dialects. Let's go. All right. We speak English. Here we go. You just vastly increased our chances of survival, guys. Good job. At noon, the ship finally sets sail. All around you, people celebrate. New York is only a few short days away. Even though you're traveling alone, you never feel lonely. You get to know your 3 bunkmates quickly. They're also hoping for a better life in the United States. Meal times are always fun. The food is better than what you usually eat at home. Soups, stews, roast pork, boiled potatoes, and fresh bread are all plentiful. Nighttime is when the real fun begins, however. After dinner, passengers gather in the general room for music, dancing, and singing. It is Sunday, April 14th, your 5th night on the ship. You attend church services in the morning and later enjoyed a fine meal in the dining room. As fun as the trip has been, you are beginning to feel tired and restless after so many days at sea. It feels like this might be a good night to turn in early. But before you can leave, a man you met the night before approaches your table. His name is Tony. He invites you and your friends to the general room. All right, if we want to go hang out with Tony in the general room, put a 1 in the chat. Or if you want to turn in for the night, put a 2 in the chat. If you just want to go relax, put a 2. Thank you, Anastas. Or put a 1 if you want to go hang out with Tony and everyone in the general room. I see a 2 from Heffley, a 1 from Fluffy Buns, a 1. I don't know which one would be a better chance of survival, honestly. What is that at my toe? Oh, it's an old light. Okay. It looks like mostly 1 so far. And I think we're going to go hang out with Tony. Rooster wants to go hang out with Tony, too. All right. Since it is Sunday, yep, all ones, pretty much. Sorry, Heffley. Since it is Sunday, there's no loud music or dancing in the general room, but a few passengers have brought musical instruments. They lead the others in singing hymns. You add your voice to the harmony. As the night grows late, though, something strange happens. You feel a jolt that causes you to slightly lose your balance. You glance at the other passengers. You seem to have noticed it. Or some seem to have noticed it. Others keep right on singing. For the next few minutes, you ask people if they noticed anything. Some say they have, but others say they haven't. You're worried. The vibration of the ship's movement is gone. The ship is off. All right, if you want to leave the general room to figure out what happened, put a 1 in the chat. Or to stay put, put a 2 in the chat. What should we do? Should we go try to figure out what happened, or should we just stay where we are at the little party? Let's see, a 1 from Heffley, 1 from Jorge, 1 from Ash, and a 1 from Anastas. I guess that's what's happening. Who did I pick 1? Says Fluffy Buns. Okay, let's see what happens. You fight your way through the crowd in the general room. When you reach the passageway, you head toward your cabin. People are talking, but no one seems very concerned. Finally, you see a steward. Remain calm, he says. Return to your cabins and find your life jackets. You're too worried to return to your room. You go to find a stairway in the upper decks. When you reach one, you have another reason to worry. At the top of the steps, several people lean against a metal gate. The gate separates third-class quarters from the first and second class rooms. As usual, it is locked. You climb the steps to find out what is going on. The ship hit an iceberg, one person says. People are getting into lifeboats, but we can't get past this gate. You feel your dreams slipping away. You're not going to let that happen. You ask the men who are standing near the gate to help you. Together, you force your way through it, breaking the lock. Yeah. Up on deck, you make your way to the port or left side. Most passengers are wearing life jackets, and many of them are in their night clothes. Suddenly, it's hard to tell the first-class passengers from the second and third-class passengers. Crew members are leading women and children into lifeboats. But the men are being told to wait. Sorry, I skipped ahead to see what happened. I'm bad. Some women refuse to leave their husbands, but most are getting into the boats. Near the deck railing, you spot Tony. You ask him what he's doing. I'm trying to decide what to do, he answers. They won't let me aboard a lifeboat. Should I jump? No, Tony, don't jump. You think briefly about the situation. No, don't jump, you reply. You'll freeze in that water. A crew member asks Tony to step back from the edge of the ship, but he refuses. He seems to have made a decision. Just as a lifeboat is about to be lowered, Tony grabs you by the hand. He leaps into the lifeboat, pulling you along with him. A crew member orders Tony out of the lifeboat. Again, he refuses. Finally, the crew member pulls a gun from his coat. Wait, oh my gosh, a lot of people left. I wonder something's wrong. I hope everything's okay. Someone put something in the chat because a lot of people just left. Like, everything's fine on my end. It's a little worrying. Okay. All right. People are coming back. Okay. The crew member pulls a gun from his coat. He fires a warning shot into the air. Okay, Jorge's here. All right. Return to the ship, he shouts, but you realize he doesn't have the heart to pull Tony off the lifeboat. As the lifeboat reaches the water below, you know that your dream is still alive. We survived. We did it. Yes. Okay, everyone's still here apparently. My thing says that like almost everyone left. We lived thanks to Tony. Yes. We are alive. Yes, finally did it. Good job, everyone. We chose the right paths there. Fantastic. All right. Shall we continue the adventure? Good job, everyone. Oh, it says nobody's here now. What the heck, Obviously people are here because people are chatting. Yeah, I was kind of worried if we were going to survive that one too. I'm guessing that my numbers are just off because there's no way there's 0 people here. They are alive. Yeah. Okay. This isn't the same book, is it? No. No, okay, it's not. It just started off the same. It's the same company. Yeah, the numbers are definitely off. That's very strange. Okay. That's a little concerning because I've been judging responses based on how many people it says in the chat. But anyway. Anyway. Chapter 1, The Ship of Dreams. It's April 1912. You're thrilled to be traveling on the biggest, most famous ship in the world. The RMS Titantic is making her maiden voyage, sailing from England to the United States. Everything on the ship is better than anything you imagined. Crisp, fresh linens cover the dining room tables, which are set with silver and china. The wood is the magnificent. Let me try that again. The wood in the magnificent grand staircase gleams. The food is excellent, and there's plenty of it. The ship is... Ooh, hold on. This page quality, though. Okay. All right. Good night, Anastas. Go ahead and get some sleep. Thank you for playing along. The ship is also said to be the safest ever built. The hull is divided into 16 watertight compartments. Devices on the compartment doors will automatically close the doors if water in the compartment reaches a certain height. I can't stop listening. It's so good. This feature is designed to keep the water out of the rest of the hull and allow the ship to stay afloat. The only problem you notice is the number of lifeboats on deck. Here we go again. There's only 16 plus 4 collapsible boats. That's enough boats for half of the 2,200 passengers. But there are life vests in all of the rooms, more than enough for each passenger and crew member. The 5-day crossing of the Atlantic Ocean has been smooth. Someone put something in the chat because it says there's 0 people again. I don't want to keep going if everyone's left, even though I know people are here. You all are listening. The 5-day crossing of the Atlantic Ocean has been smooth. The ship is traveling at an amazing speed of 25 miles per hour. But by Sunday, April 14th, you're getting restless. The weather has been good for most of the trip. But this evening, temperatures have dropped below freezing. Titanic is scheduled to arrive in New York on Tuesday, April 16th. You're ready for this trip to end. Watertight, says Jorge. It's supposed to be. Around 11:40 p.m. Sunday, the huge ship shudders and jerks for a few seconds. Then the gigantic engines fall silent. Stewards appear in the hallways. They urge everyone to put on warm clothing and life vests to go to the upper decks. Is this a drill? No one seems to know what's going on. Soon you hear dreadful news. The ship has hit an iceberg. Even then, everyone is confident that the ship is only slightly damaged. But, the numbers went crazy. Interesting. It's very strange. Anyway, but what if it isn't only slightly damaged? Can you make the right choices to survive? Let's find out. All right. So, 3 choices here. We are either part of the crew as a surgeon's assistant. Put a 1 if you want to follow that path. To experience the sinking as a governess to a wealthy first-class family. Put a 2 in the chat. Or to be a 12-year-old boy traveling with your father to New York, put a 3 in the chat. One more time, put a 1 if you want to be part of the crew as a surgeon's assistant. Put a 2 if you want to be the governess to a wealthy first-class family. Put a 3 if you want to be a 12-year-old boy traveling with your father to New York. Lots of 3s, because the kids survived, haha. A 1 from Jorge. I mean, if we pick a 3, we have to be prepared to watch our dad die. That's not going to be fun, but more survival chances for your child. That is true. We're going to do all of them, so don't worry. Which one do you want to do first? We can do the child, the 12-year-old boy traveling to New York. I mean, we are 12. They really didn't let 13 and 14-year-old boys on the lifeboats, so... Okay, let's find out. And then we'll do the crew as a surgeon's assistant, since Jorge picked that one. Okay. Let's see. All right. Be prepared and survive. On April 10th, 1912, you and your father boarded Titanic in Southampton, England. You're headed to New York City. Father has a new job there, and you'll get to meet your uncle for the first time. This trip is the first time you felt happy since your mother's death a year ago. Father has been busy, so you've spent your time discovering every part of the ship. You've met 2 other boys near your age and have become good friends. All of you are Boy Scouts, which is a new organization in England and the United States. You also like to get into mischief. Today, Sunday, April 14th, is no exception. Earlier, you tried to sneak into the first-class dining saloon with your friend William Carter, who's traveling first class. But a steward realized you and your other friend, Billy Goodwin, are third-class passengers. He quickly shooed you out. It's after 11 p.m. now. You're with Father, who is playing cards in the third-class smoking room, and you're bored. You're about to go to your cabin when William and Billy appear. I caught away when everyone went to sleep, Billy says. That's not easy when you've got a mother, father, and 5 brothers and sisters. Mother and my sister Lucille went to bed hours ago. Father's probably in the first-class smoking room, William says to you. Oh, Jorge was a Boy Scout. Cool. I was a Girl Scout for a minute until he got thrown out, but that's a story for another day. William says to you, can you get away? Nodding, you follow your friends into the passageway outside. Where shall we go? Billy asks. We could sneak down into the boiler rooms, you suggest. I want to see my dog, William says. We can go to the kennels up on deck. All right, put a 1 if you want to go to the boiler room. Put a 2 if you want to go to the kennels. 1 for boiler room, 2 for kennels. I know I'd rather see the dogs, but if I didn't know what was happening, right, I would go see the dogs. I got a 2 from Ash. Gonna have a quick sip of water. 2 from Jorge, 2 from Heffley, 2 from Fluffy Bun. Yeah, I think 2's across the board right now. We don't want to go to the boiler rooms, guys. We're gonna drown. The goal is not to drown. 86. Let's see. Just a bit risky. Plus, we're definitely not allowed to be in there. My gosh, it's dangerous in there. William's dog wags his tail as the 3 of you pet him. William makes sure the kennel is clean and has plenty of water. So what now, you ask as you leave the kennels. Billy looks out over the deck and gasps. Look at that. Directly in front of the ship is an enormous iceberg. Titanic is heading straight for it. The ship starts to turn away from the iceberg but bumps against it. A shudder goes through the ship. Huge chunks of ice break off the iceberg and fall onto the lower deck. Let's go play in the ice, William shouts. You run down to the deck and start throwing big chunks of ice around. Hey, the ship is stopped, Billy says. He's right. The engines are quiet. Just then William's parents and sister appear on deck. Boys, come with us, his father said sternly. They're loading some lifeboats from the promenade deck. No, sir, Billy says. I need to find my family. Billy runs back toward third class. You follow William's family to the promenade deck, which is enclosed with glass windows. An officer there says, the captain thinks it will be easier to load some of the boats from here so you can stay warm. Wait here for further orders. There's some trouble opening the windows. Everyone is ordered to the boat deck. Then you're ordered back to the promenade deck, then back and forth again. No one seems to know what to do. The sky lights up with a white rocket. That's a distress signal, Mr. Carter says. I must find my father, you say. Mr. Carter grabs you by the shoulders. The officers aren't letting men on the boats, but they're loading women and children. If you go look for your father, you will likely not survive. All right. For your dad, put a 1 in the chat. Or to stay with the Carters, put a 2 in the chat. This is tough, right? My goodness. Put a 1 if you want to go find your father. Put a 2 if you want to stay where you are with the Carter family. Which would you rather do? A 2 from Ash? No, this is tough. This is a difficult decision. A 1 from Heffley, a 1 from Jorge. Oh my god. I'm gonna wait for one more. Surely there's someone else here. I can't trust these numbers. It keeps saying there's 0 people, then 1 people. 1's 0 from Jorge. That's not an option. All right, you all want to go find the dad. I could live at the guild if I went with 2. Yeah, that's the thing, is that we're probably going to survive if we pick 2, but your dad. You have to find your dad. Still a must try, you insist. Mr. Carter nods and lets you go. You run toward third class as fast as you can. Oh, that means family, says Jorge. You run toward third class as fast as you can, but much of it is underwater now. You're not sure what to do. Be prepared, you think, fingering the pocket knife in your coat. We are Boy Scouts. Father would look for me on the boat deck, not on the promenade deck. You run back upstairs, but it's too late. All the lifeboats are gone. A familiar shape stands beside the railing. Father, you shout. He turns around and lifts you into his arms. We don't have much time, he says. Our best bet is to stay out of the water for as long as we can, but we don't want to get sucked under with the ship. We can either jump now or wait till the boat goes under. Ooh. All right, put a 1 if you want to jump, a 2 if you want to stay. I don't know. I don't think any of these options sound good, you guys. I'm worried. Put a 1 to jump, put a 2 to stay. Whew. I'm getting nervous. I know, what do we do? A 2 says Jorge. 2 says Ash. 2 says Heffley. I don't know. 1 sounds like instant death. 2 sounds like a slow death. Y'all saying 2. Okay, let's wait on the boat with our dad. I don't like this. Stern rises higher in the air until the ship is straight up. Screaming passengers tumble past you. The ship balances for a moment, then it begins to plunge into the water. Take my hand, Father yells. Father jumps and pulls you with him. The water is unbelievably cold, but you manage to hold your breath. You're pulled under. You fight your way to the surface, still clasping Father's hand. Okay, good. I was ready to get sucked under. Together you start swimming, hanging on to the floating wreckage. A life appears in the darkness. With all the strength you have left, you battle toward it. Rough hands grab you and pull you up. Someone throws a blanket around you. You and your father are lucky to survive, a voice says. You'll be fine now. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. You guys, we did it. We found a lifeboat. Yo, let's go. We survived. survived in like the hardest way to possibly survive the Titanic. Not a lot of people who went down made it onto a lifeboat. There were only like a handful. We survived and our dad survived. I want to see real quick what happened if we jumped. Probably instant death, right? Let me see. It was page 97. Oh no. You survived, but your father's gone forever. We would have watched our dad. We would have survived, but we picked the one that our dad survived too. Yes. Good job, chat. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Okay. Yay. All sorts of happy endings. They don't traumatize kids. Yeah, I wonder if the kids ending doesn't have. Well, you know, I was doing one with the Aztec Empire and I was a kid and I drowned in the lake. Oh my gosh, that was traumatizing. For me as an adult, I was really upset. I meant to grab that book at the library, but I didn't have time. So anyway, all right, so next we're a surgeon's assistant. All right. Whoa, look at this. It's a little model of first class. It's a little dollhouse. I have to own this. You know that they have a Lego Titanic that's like thousands of dollars. Oh, anyway, I don't want a Lego Titanic. I don't want to build a Lego Titanic. I just want to have a Titanic. Like this. This is so cute. Oh my gosh, you got the dining room, the promenade. Awesome. Okay, anyway. Time for this story. I can look at this later. You stand on the deck of Titanic and breathe in the cold night air. It's Sunday, April 14th. If you didn't know the date of the Titanic sank, you'll know it forever now. Sunday, April 14th, 1912. This is the first time... The Titanic is amazing. Oh my gosh. This is the first time you've had a moment to yourself since the ship left Southampton, England, on April 10th. You're one of Titanic's medical crew. You're an assistant surgeon to Dr. William O'Loughlin. When you took the job, you imagined an exciting voyage on the most famous ship in the world. Instead, you've been busy every day tending to the minor hurts and sicknesses of the passengers. You're disappointed that you haven't had more free time, but tonight it seems that everyone is well and safe. You can finally enjoy the amazing ship. Ooh, cool. Look at this map. I love maps, as you know. So we sailed out from... Oh, interesting. It's the trip from Southampton, not from Belfast. But anyway, that's where we are on April 14th. As you look out into the darkness, you think back to earlier in the morning. You, Dr. O'Loughlin, and several others ate dinner in the first-class dining saloon. You feasted on delicious dishes such as filet mignon, lamb mint sauce, roast duckling, and chocolate eclairs. During dinner, everyone talked about how fast the ship was traveling, about 25 miles per hour. After dinner, you wander the decks until around 11 p.m. The weather has turned bitterly cold. You're ready for your warm cabin and bed. You've just fallen asleep when you feel a strange bump. Did the ship hit something? You turn on the light and look at your pocket watch. The time is 11:40 p.m. Even if the ship has hit something, you're not too concerned. Titanic is believed to be unsinkable after all. Right, if we go back to sleep, put a 1 in the chat. To get up, investigate, put a 2. I haven't, Jorge. I haven't done any fantasy maps, but I would love to. It's really neat. There are lots of channels that have already done. Hey, Anna's here, that have already done like going over fantasy maps. I mean, ASMR is the master of that. Like Westeros, yes. He did a Westeros map. He did Narnia, Middle Earth. He's done a few. He did Skyrim. But yeah, why did that hide? Doing practice test for flying. Oh, wow. A practice test for flying. That's amazing, Anna. Congratulations. Good luck. Everyone's picking 2. So we are going to go investigate what that weird noise was. Let's see what that was. Felt a weird bump in the ship. You jump out of bed and get dressed. You don't want to be running around the ship in your night clothes. Before leaving your room, you grab your life vest. Very smart. The hall outside your cabin is quiet and empty. You wonder if you imagined the sound. You see people gathered near the grand staircase. No one seems to be alarmed. Several people are playing cards in the first class smoking room. One man is hunched over a book. A steward rushes past. You ask him what's going on. Nothing to be alarmed about, he replies. We have struck an iceberg, but it's not serious. There's some commotion outside on the deck. Part of the deck is covered with chunks of ice. Several young people are playing in them. That was us. All that ice on deck makes you nervous, though. You decide to go up to the boat deck. That's where the lifeboats are located. Once you reach the top of the stairs, you have another decision. Should you go to the port side of the deck or the starboard side? There's lifeboats on both sides. Merci, knock-nuts. Happy birthday in French, anyway. So if we want to go port, put a 1. If you want to go starboard, put a 2. Again, port is left, starboard is right. And it says there's lifeboats on both sides. So, I mean, whichever one you want to go to, which messed up first, none of them. It goes this way. So both sides end up in the water equally. So I don't know. Do you guys want to go port or starboard? 1 for port, 2 for starboard. Which way did it list? It didn't. It just went. Where his is starboard. I'm waiting for like at least one more. The Costa did lift. Yes, or list, I should say. It went completely sideways and didn't sink fully because it was so big. That's why, like, when people are like, they should rebuild the Titanic, like, the Titanic compared to today's cruise ships is, like, inferior. It's so small compared to the ships that exist today, and it would be really inadequate compared to what, I mean, who would want to travel in the third class in this day and age? It would be amazing. I would be on there for sure. Okay, so I said starboard. Okay. Let's go to the starboard side. Not many people are on the starboard side of the deck, but soon the crowd begins to grow. No one seems to know what to do. Just then, First Officer William Murdoch walks up. His face is pale. The captain's given the order to launch the lifeboats, he tells you. You'd best get in one while you can. All right, here's a tough choice, fam. To get into a lifeboat, put a 1 in the chat, or to stay on the ship, put a 2 in the chat. I mean, I wonder if we try to get on a lifeboat and they're like, no, you're a man, get out of here. I know it. It says, bruh. Heffley wants us to drown, you guys. Heffley wants us to drown on the Titanic. Fluffy Buns 1. And then jump in last minute. That's what happened in this book. We already read this one. We jumped in last minute. 1s across the board except for Heffley. Okay. 1 is too easy. Listen, even the chickens are mad. It's obviously it's gonna be a 1. Let's go to the lifeboats. I mean, we're not crew members. We don't have to stay put. We're a passenger, technically. I mean, okay, so we are a crew member. We're an assistant surgeon, but we're not like a ship. Like we're not operating the lifeboats or nothing. All right, let's go to the lifeboat. Watch us get like, I know the chickens. It's their like dinner / getting ready for bedtime, so they're a little antsy. It's usually one of the reasons why I don't stream at this time. But there was a crew member who was killed by a falling lifeboat, so watch that be us. Anyway, you help a woman and her teenage daughter into a lifeboat. Then you climb in. Soon all the women and children on the deck near the lifeboat have been loaded, but the boat is not full. We can fit more people in here, you call to Murdoch. There are no more, he replies. Launch the lifeboat. That's a lie, Murdoch. Anyway, when the lifeboat's only a few feet above the water, the ropes let go with a jerk. Oh no, losing your footing, I like cringed. Losing your footing, you teeter and fall over the edge of the boat into the water. The water is so cold that your brain seems to freeze. Several pairs of hands grab you and haul you back into the lifeboat. Oh my god. Someone throws a woolen blanket over your shoulders. We're at least drunk. No, we're not drunk. We're not drunk. We must get away from the ship, the officer on board says. When it sinks, the suction will be so strong that we'll go under with it. You're shivering so badly that your hands barely work, but you grab an oar and start to row away from the ship. Several women grab oars as well. It's an oddly calm night. That's what a lot of survivors said. Fluffy Buns has to go. All right. Good night. Have a good sleep. We start to row away from the ship. Several women grab oars as well. It's an oddly calm sight. Orchestra music drifts through the air as all the ship's electric lights are blazing. Everyone on the lifeboat is quiet. Several women are shaking uncontrollably from the shock and the cold. Most of them only have their night clothes on beneath their coats and woolen shawls. They probably won't survive this bitter cold for long. Okay, so put a 1 in the chat if you want to give your blanket to a stranger. Put a 2 if you want to keep it. Which would you rather do? Give it to someone who's already very cold or keep it? What would you rather do? Hold on, says Anna. I know. Keep it, says Anna. Lost my spot. Yes, we fell in the water, okay? The Atlantic Ocean is a very cold ocean, especially in the middle of the night. It was well below freezing. I mean, there were chunks of ice. There were chunks of ice in the water. That's how cold it is. Jorge says 1 and cuddle. Now is not the time for cuddling, Jorge. Keep it's good to be nice, but no, yeah. Okay. So Anna and Narconuts both said to keep it. Jorge says to give it to someone and cuddle, which is highly inappropriate. I don't think anyone wants to cuddle right now. Let's keep it. I think that seems to be the consensus. Let's see what happens. You feel ashamed, but you know that using the blanket to stay warm is your best chance for survival. Instead, you put your arm around the woman next to you. The two of you huddle together for warmth. Jorge called it. Jorge, you called it. We're cuddling. All right. Just beyond the lifeboat, Titanic is sinking faster. The ship's stern rises higher and higher. Is that mask thing on your plane? Yourself first. That's true. The stern rises higher and higher out of the water until its huge propellers are lifting above the waves. Screaming passengers slide down the deck into the water. Others jump. Still more brace themselves against the railing. One of the huge smokestacks tears apart from the ship and falls into the water with an enormous crash. A few moments later, Titanic disappears beneath the waves for good. You look away, tears in your eyes. You know you're lucky to have survived the disaster. Your decision to keep your blanket helped. You and the others on the boat are cold, but all alive when the ship Carpathia arrives around 3:30 a.m. It's a sight you'll remember for the rest of your life. 2 for 2. I'm going to turn on the light. It's getting dark. Whoa! Too bright. There we go. Okay, maybe... Oh, mood lighting. I think that's good. Yeah, okay. We survived. Again, we did it. Wonder what happens if we gave the blanket to someone. I don't think anybody died in the lifeboats. I think everyone who got into a lifeboat made it. Let me see. What would have happened? Dum, dum, dum. It was this page. Rose should have cuddled Jack. We died. Gave away the blanket. We died of hypothermia. Let me see. Oh no. Yep, we died from hypothermia. But we're wet, I know. Exactly. All right, so the last path, wasn't it that we're a governess? Let's see. Yes, we're a governess to a wealthy first-class family. So we're a woman. That's a point on this survival checklist. That's good. And we're in the first class area. So we're probably going to be one of the first people on the lifeboats. So let's find out what happens. Are we going to make it or not? We'll just mess this up. This chapter is called Save the Family or Yourself. I'm worried. That's a concerning title. A governess is like a nanny, like a fancy nanny, like a nanny that tutors and lives in the house with the family, basically. Oh, there's a little model of the staircase. Oh, anyway, enough of the models. Okay. You look around at the elegance of Titanic's first class rooms. You can't believe your good fortune. When you answered the newspaper ad for a governess, you never imagined you'd be traveling on the ship of dreams. Edward and Annabelle Charles hired you to look after their 3 children on the voyage. The children are 2-year-old Henry, 6-year-old Agnes, and 12-year-old James. Like the dog and Peter Pan. Yeah, exactly. You and the children have spent most of the voyage exploring the ship. It's been great fun. It's Sunday night, April 14th, and you've tucked the children into bed and told them a story. They love your stories about how your brothers helped build this grand ship. We're Irish too. Check it out. Excuse me, there was a bubble. Once the children are asleep, you turn off the lights and go into the main sitting area. Mrs. Charles is there reading. The children are in bed, ma'am, you say. Thank you, Mrs. Charles says, smiling. Why don't you get yourself some dinner? I believe the valets and maids' dining saloon is still open. Titanic has a separate dining room for the servants of its wealthy passengers. When you arrive, several servants are eating a late supper. One of them is Rosalie Bidouin, Madeline Astor's maid. Next to Rosalie is Emily Cruchen, maid to Elizabeth Walton Robert. Soon you're laughing and talking together. I hear the ship is going faster than any other ship, Emily exclaims. We'll surely be in New York before Tuesday. They were scheduled to be a few hours early because they were going fast. After the meal, you walk about the ship until around 11:30 p.m. By now, the weather has turned very cold. You should be getting back. Just as you get to the first class cabin, the ship jerks slightly. It doesn't feel like much, but it is unusual. Should we... Okay, so put a 1 if you want to go back to your cabin, or put a 2 if you want to return to the decks. Let's see what happened. 1 to go back to your cabin where it's warm and it's, the family's there, or 2 to head up to the decks to see what the hecky. What should we do? Yeah, wait. To wait for the chat. Again, 1 if you want to go to your cabin, 2 if you want to return to the decks. What shall we do? Thank you, Chum Doggy. That's very sweet. Yes, it's actually my birthday tomorrow, but we're celebrating tonight because I'm very busy tomorrow. Someone else type something, says Narknuts. We'll just pick one, just 1 or 2. I know what I would do for someone who knows exactly what's about to happen. But Jorge picked 2 to turn to the deck. I feel like if I didn't know what was going on, I would pick 1. But since I do know, I would pick 2. But that is up to you guys to decide tonight what happens in this story. It is 100% up to you guys. All right. EJ says, happy birthday. Awesome. You know what? I was going to save this for later, but I'll tell you now since EJ mentioned the Africa playlist. The next 3 countries are going to be African countries. And they are 3 countries. Thank you, Fellini and Piano. Don't worry. They are 3 countries that have big elephant populations. So we are going to be celebrating Elephant Week. It'll start on Thursday and run through next Friday. So a little more than a week. And we're going to celebrate elephants for a whole week. Yay. Anna says she wants to go back to bed, but everyone else is putting 2. So, Anna, I think you're outvoted. Elephant Week is going to start. Topple the elephant. Oh, I forgot. Heffley, are you still here? I added the elephant emoji for members. I forgot. I meant to tell you beforehand. But I'm not sure. I wish it would tell me if there are members here. But anyway, once a member says something, I'll show you guys how to put in the new emoji. First bit of yours. Oh, the elephant. Yeah, he's been in a few. He's the best. Let's hear his ears real quick, and then we'll get back to the story. This is what I'm doing. Hell yeah, elephants is a hippo guy. I know they're the most dangerous animal in Africa. Topple has the best ASMR ears. Anyway, we'll hear a lot more about elephants coming up in the next week. But meanwhile, we are on the Titanic, and it looks like we are going to return to the decks. Narknet says, no, what the heck? Hey, Ludmila, I'm doing very well, thank you. Yeah, we're doing a choose your own adventure on the Titanic. We're heading back up to the decks to see what that strange noise was. Your brothers taught you to trust your instincts on a ship. The bump seemed to be from the front of the ship. Ugh. So you start walking in that direction. Sorry, that's my Tourette's. I think I'm getting agitated. You start walking in that direction. You ask the first steward to see what's going on. Nothing wrong, ma'am, he says. Probably dropped a propeller or something. Oh, God, that would be horrible. It's just as bad as it sinking. Just as you get ready to return to your room, you spy Emily. She looks worried. Oh, she's whispering. We hit an iceberg, she whispers. They say we hit up in the front of the ship. Let's go see, you say. You're almost to the front of the ship when you realize that the ship's engines have stopped. That's not a good sign. Maybe something has happened to the boilers. I know where the boiler rooms are, you say. Follow me. You know passengers aren't allowed below decks, but this is an emergency. You and Emily race down several sets of stairs and passageways toward the bottom of the ship. In the mailroom, several postal workers are in knee-deep water. They are scrambling to save bags of mail. This is serious, Emily says. What do we do? The best way to survive a disaster at sea is to get into lifeboats as fast as possible. But maybe the damage isn't as bad as it looks. So if we want to find out more, that's all it says. Put a 1 in the chat if you... This is, I love steam burns. Oh my gosh. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to find out more, or put a 2 if you want to wake the Charles family. This is tough. If you've just joined, we are a governess for the Charles family. They have 3 littles. So, do we want to tell them, like, hey, the ship's going to sink, we hit an iceberg, or do we just want to go find out more? And put a 1. What else? I'm going to wait for 1 more. The survival of the fittest. Ludmila says 2. Oh, dear. Hey, EG, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that very, 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 very much. That's so kind of you. Jorge says 2. So I think we're going to go with waking up the Charles family. Doing our due diligence, right? They are paying us. It's best to try to keep them alive so we get paid, I guess. It's better to be safe than sorry, you think, as you go back to the cabin. You tell Mr. and Mrs. Charles what you saw in the mailroom. Mr. Charles looks worried. Let me talk to the captain, he says. He's got better things to do. Oh, EJ, stop. Stop giving me super chats. It's so kind. Thank you very much. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's so kind of you. That's a lot of money, okay? Cap it off. It's fine. Oh, thank you, EJ. Another, it's your birthday. You're very sweet. Mr. Charles wants to go talk to the captain, which is a terrible idea because he's kind of busy. Anyway, he strides out. When Mr. Charles returns, he looks grim. Oh, he talked to the captain. We struck an iceberg, he says. Let's get the children to the lifeboats. You and Mrs. Charles quickly bundle the children in as many warm layers as you can find. You put on 2 layers of stockings and an extra sweater under your overcoat. There's an odd sense of calm on the boat deck when you and your family arrive. A few of the lifeboats have already been launched, but most of them are only half full. No one wants to get into a lifeboat when they can stay warm and dry on the ship. You must get in, Mr. Charles says, pushing Mrs. Charles towards the nearest lifeboat. Suddenly, the sky is filled with a shower of white stars. Captain Smith has sent out a distress signal. The situation is worse than you thought. EJ said, stop. Stop giving me money. But that's so kind of you. That's a lot of money you gave me. Thank you so much for the donation. I'm just like blanking. You're so kind. Stop it. You must get in, Mr. Charles says, pushing Mrs. Charles toward the nearest lifeboat. Suddenly, the sky is filled with a shower of white stars. Captain Smith sent out a distress signal situation. I already read that paragraph anyway. EG's distracting me. The calm mood turns to panic as people realize, thank you. Oh, that's so kind. I'm glad you appreciate my hard work. The calm mood turns to panic as people realize the danger. The crowd surges around you, pulling Agnes's hand from your grasp. Oh no. Frantically, you push forward, looking for anyone in the family, but there are too many people. You're holding baby Henry, who starts to cry. All right. If you want to go find the rest of the family, put a 1 in the chat. If you want to get into a lifeboat, put a 2 in the chat. We got separated from the rest of the family. We have their baby. He's 2, right? Should we go find them, or should we just get into a lifeboat? Ludmila says 1 to go find them. Anna says 1. I mean, I'd probably get into the lifeboat, to be honest, but should we go look for them? Jorge says 1. We're doing it. We're going to go find the family. You died. Let's see. It doesn't say that. Oh, hold on. Okay, it doesn't say that. Don't worry. Breaking free from the panicked crowd, Eve frantically searched for the Charles family. Hold on, there we go. By now, people aren't fighting. No, if you're just going to say 2, I'd probably say 2 too. You frantically search for the Charles family. By now, people are fighting to get into lifeboats. Several men try to jump into the boats, but the officers pull them out. You see Mr. Charles's black hat above the crowd near lifeboats on the other side of the ship. With relief, you run to him. You must get in, Mr. Charles tells his wife. The lifeboats are almost filled. You don't have much time. I'm not going without you, Mrs. Charles cries. Then let the governess take the children into a boat, Mr. Charles says gently. No, I will not be separated from the children, Mrs. Charles is almost hysterical. We're going back inside where it's warm and dry. All right. To save the children, put a 1 in the chat, or to obey Mrs. Charles, put a 2 in the chat. Turn this up a bit. It's getting dark really fast. Whoops, I just turned it down. There we go. All right. To save the children, put a 1. Everyone's putting 1. Or to obey Mrs. Charles, put a 2. And I put something that YouTube didn't like, but I can show you all. Sorry, Mrs. Charles. This is an emergency, right? We kind of need to act. I'm going to doze off to Central African Republic. Paraguay was legit. El Chaco's no joke. Good night. Good night, EJ. Thank you again for the donations. I forget what they're called. Why am I blanking on what they're called? I don't know. Anyway, we're all saying 1. So, super chat. Thank you. That's the word. I was like super dollars, super money, super chat. Yes. Thank you, EJ. It's very, very kind of you. Let's save the children. They are the future, says Jorge. See what happens. Quickly, Mr. Charles writes something on a piece of paper and hands it to you, along with a roll of cash. This is the address of our relatives in America, he whispers, always whispering. This is the address of our... Can you imagine? Like ASMR on the Titanic. Anyway. This is the address of our relatives in America, he whispers. Make sure the children get to him. Get to them. In tomorrow's video, I cracked up so hard while filming. You'll have to wait and see why. It's so funny. You nod. Mr. Charles hands Agnes to the officer in charge of the lifeboat. You clutch Henry as the officer helps you, then James into the lifeboat. Mr. Charles tries to persuade Mrs. Charles to join you. She refuses, sobbing. As the boat is lowered, James and Agnes wave tearfully at their parents. Mr. Charles waves back. Mrs. Charles buries her head in her husband's coat. An hour later, it's all over. Titanic is gone. All you can think of is that you and the children have survived. You'll do your best to get them to their relatives in the United States. Boom. Listen, we survived all 3 paths. The book's called Can You Survive the Titanic? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We did it. In every scenario, we survived. This one, not so much. But this one, we nailed it, guys. Bro, the children ain't gonna pay me. Hannah's so funny. Well, he handed us money, right? It's probably money to survive, but still, we got paid technically. Anyway, we did it. I wonder how many paths end in death, because I just turned to one where we're drowning horribly. It was the 12-year-old boy. But yeah, we survived. All right, chat. Thank you for Titanic Adventures for entertaining me in that, because I love the Titanic and it's my birthday. So we're reading about Titanic. All right. So you guys can decide what to do next. I know that was really cool, Jim, right? I've got some more choose your own adventures. We've got the Salem Witch Trials and the Middle Ages. Or we can head over to trivia. Reminds me of Give Yourself Goosebumps. Oh, fun. Yeah. Pretty much the same deal. Do you want to have another choose your own adventure, or do we want to play trivia? It's up to you guys, whichever you want to do. Both are fun. We can always do one or the other another day. Actually, the next stream is going to be in 2 weeks because it's going to be my channel's birthday. I started my channel, was it August 26th, I want to say. So that Monday stream will be a very special trivia in that I am writing the questions. Trivia is where you ask the questions, yeah. I ask a question, you guys answer just for fun. But in 2 weeks, I'm doing a trivia challenge on questions based on videos I have on my channel. And I will be keeping score and there will be a prize. These are just for fun. But my trivia challenge, there's going to actually be points and a score and a winner. So the stakes are high. But tonight is just whatever. It's just fun trivias. Or we can do choose your own adventure. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm going to play with Topple while I wait. It is a school test, Jim. It is test time. It's been 2 years. You've had plenty of time to study. You've had 2 years to study and remember things. So, trivia, says Anna. I'm kind of in a trivia mood, too. I've already been doing this for an hour. The Titanic thing took an hour already. An hour and 20 minutes. We have to study. That's true. That's true. This is a good way to study. Good night, Jorge. Thank you so much for the super chat you sent. And thanks for playing. You were so much fun. Look, you saved us on the Titanic. We appreciate that very much. Well, I mean, you told us to cuddle, but then we did cuddle, so it feels like Jorge saved us that time on the Titanic. I appreciate that, Jorge. All right. OG boy, totally. All right. Let's do some trivia then. Let's do it. While studying. That's right. Anna's studying for a flight test. Every now and then is from Australia and says, hello, hello, hello. Good day. All right. So I have picked out, because this book is very hard and has a random amount of ice cream trucks outside. A random amount of topics and things like that. So I picked out the ones that are more relevant to my channel. But I think we're going to start with, did we do planets last time? Did we do this planet page? I feel like we did. Yeah, we did. I remember. We did do the planet page. So listen to some page turning sounds for a minute while I find the ones I wanted to do. We're going to do the geography section, obviously. We need to study. My goodness. Going past all these animals. This is hard. I know a lot about animals, and this was very hard for me to do. I was trying. All right, so geography. So last time we did name that sea. So today we're going to do name that waterway / river. That's definitely not relevant for ASMR Geographic. Yeah, totally. I'm going to pick my favorite topic, geography. So, are you guys ready? Will is not here from what I can tell, and Will dominates the trivia section. So, you guys all have a chance tonight. So, we're going to play Name That River. Are you ready? Get ready. First of all, make sure I'm looking at the right river. Oh, see, I was going to read the wrong hint. This one, which is, where is it? There it is. Okay. All right, let's go. The capital city of France is divided in two by this river, which has been painted by many artists. The capital city of France is divided in two by this river, which has been painted by many artists. What river is it? These always feel like Jeopardy answers. Who knows which river it is? I don't know how many people are here because the Narknets, hush. The chat number has been off all night. At one point it said there were 0 people and there were people chatting. So I'm not sure how many people are here. So it's really up to you. So here's the thing. We're going to do this on trivia night too. Feel free to Google. I'd rather you guys learn than just say, I don't know, and then just sit there and be like, oh, okay. I'd rather you guys learn and find out. So if you don't know, feel free to Google, like totally. I have no problem with that. I don't think that's really cheating. I mean, it kind of is, but I'd rather you learn it than you just sit there and be like, I don't know. I don't know what river flows through Paris. This is also the first easy one. So anyway, Google, my friend. It's not the Grand Canal. It has an actual name. The river that runs through the capital city of France. Thank you, Kens. Yes, we love Leos. It's not the Suez. Oh, hi, Optimus. Lots of people joining now. It's not the Suez, but it does start with an S. It kind of sounds like that. The Suez Canal is in Egypt. So, know your animals. Well, maybe we'll do an animal one for Anna. Again, the answer is the capital city of France is divided in two by this river, which has been painted by many artists. The Sile, like the Nile, but with an S. Who knows? The river that goes through the capital of France. You guys do need to study your geography. It'll get a little easier. I know it starts with S-I. Yeah, it has a S sound to it. Again, feel free to Google if no one's claimed it yet. So you have time to Google the answer. The river that runs through Paris. There's a pretty picture of it with the Eiffel Tower. All right, every now and then got it with the Seine. There we go. It is the Seine River. It goes straight through Paris, and there's lots of famous little islands in the Seine River. Next, congrats, every now. Next. Beginning at the famous Rocky Mountains, this river has carved one of the deepest rocky canyons on Earth and the Horseshoe Bend. American education system, right? Oh no. Well, Ken's just watch a bunch of my videos. We're going to get to France in October, so don't worry. Beginning in the famous Rocky Mountains, this river has carved one of the deepest rocky canyons on Earth. And Anna frantically typed it in with Colorado. So yeah, Anna gets that one. It is the Colorado River. Congrats, Anna. You did it. Next. Where's the little hint? There we go. Cutting through huge areas of tropical rainforests, this is the world's biggest river in terms of volume of water. So not the world's longest river, the world's biggest in terms of volume of water, and it cuts through huge areas of tropical rainforests. Which river is it? Thank you, Kim Army. Yeah, I'm wearing Blackpink tonight instead of BTS, but Narcaneta with the Amazon. Congrats. It is the Amazon River. Awesome. Because Amazon rainforest, correct. Yes, it is the Amazon. Great job, you guys. You all got it. All right. Next river. Two rivers, one white and one blue, meet in the Sahara Desert to make one of the world's longest rivers, reaching a length of 4,160 miles. Two rivers meet in the Sahara Desert to make one of the world's longest rivers. Yep, Anna got it first with the Nile. Congrats, Anna. Nile and Euphrates. So it's only going to be one night, Giraffe. Thank you, Robbie. I appreciate that. Yes, Anna wins that with the Nile. It is the Nile. And I know in the trivia game in 2 weeks, I mentioned the white Nile and blue Nile. So yeah, the Nile does end in a massive delta. Yes, that's where Cairo is. It is a huge delta. Not the biggest in the world, but a very big delta. One of the like top 3 biggest deltas. The biggest delta, I actually don't want to mention it because I think it's coming up on this page. All right, next. That motorcycle, but that's okay. Sacred to the Hindu religion, this river flows from the Himalayas to the Bay of Bengal into what is the world's largest delta. Learned something studying Egypt. Awesome. Yes, the Nile River Delta is massive. Sacred to the Hindu religion. Thank you, Optimus. Hey, Narknuts got it with the Ganges. Great job. It is the Ganges River. Very sacred to the Hindu religion. It is the Ganges. My cat's awake again. He's going to start asking for dinner, so he's going to start yelling in a minute. All right, next river. Its name means White Water River, and it flows through one of the coldest regions of North America. Its name means White Water River, and it flows through one of the coldest regions of North America. Any Canadians are out here, one of the provinces, territories of Canada is named after this river. That's a good hint. Hi, are you hungry? All right, you all think, don't go anywhere. I'm going to go feed the cat real quick. He's got to have his dinner. Think about what it could be. Hi. All right. Oops. Don't hit that. The lagging. Oh no, I'm sorry. I want it to lag. All right, kitty, come here. Let me get you some quick food. You can go back to the game. I should have fed you beforehand, but you know what? You were asleep. Get this in your little bowl. Alrighty. Here you go. All right, come here. Yes, I know. Here you go. That is for you. Okay. Let's see. Not Ottawa River. I don't think there is an Ottawa River. Not Ontario River. I don't think there is an Ontario River. Sorry, your internet is lagging in Australia. Both have really old kitties with huge appetites. That's true. My gosh, because they always say like one of the signs to look out for is that your cat stops eating. Not Saskatchewan. You're just guessing provinces now. But this cat won't stop eating. He eats so much, and he's very thin. He's very frail and old. He's 19 years old, but he eats all the time. He eats so much. Yeah, I'll read it again. Its name means White Water River, and it flows through one of the coldest regions in North America. Again, Google. If you don't know, I'd rather that you learn it than just sit there. Narknuts, you're on the wrong track there. You're guessing all of them. There is no Newfoundland River. I don't think there's a Quebec River, and there is no Vancouver. Vancouver isn't even the name of a province. That's a city. Vancouver's in British Columbia, but it's also not British Columbia River. All right. If you don't want to give up, again, feel free to Google if you don't know it. I want to see who gets it first. That's still a skill if you can Google it. Anna's cat is 15. Oh no, she eats like a pig. Yeah, my cat's wobbly too. He had a stroke a few years ago, so he lost feeling in his tail, and I think he's starting to lose it in his back legs a little bit. But yeah, he's a little wobbly sometimes, but he won't stop eating. Saskatchewan is Cree for flowing river. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Thank you, Jorge. We just had a Jorge in here. Now we have a different one. So thank you very much, Jorge. All right. If no one's going to say, I'm going to give it to you guys. I'm going to give you guys like a few more seconds. I'm going to drink of water. And no, Narknuts, it does not start with A. It's not Alberta. Anyway, the answer is the Yukon River. Let me show you on a map here. The Yukon River looks like it comes out from here into Alaska there. That is the Yukon River. All right. That's this next one. Someone's going to get this one. Don't worry. It's not a very good hint, though. Famous for the steamboats which paddle along this huge river. Famous for steamboats which paddle along this huge river. Yukon is a territory. It's not a province, but I didn't want to give it away too easily because there's only 2 territories. So, yeah, Yukon is a territory. Yep, every now and then got it with Mississippi. The Australian got it. None of the Americans here got it. Anna tried. Every now and then got it with Mississippi. Great job. All right. I'm going to pick out the more easier ones in here because it gets a little harder. So, anyway, next. This European river flows through 10 countries on its way to the sea. In the picture it shows on here, it's going through Budapest, Hungary. So what river flows through Budapest, which is also a question on my trivia that I made. And it flows through 10 countries in Europe. Not the Rhine, but that's a great guess, Johnny boy. Not the Rhine. That's a great guess. Because there's like 4 major rivers in Europe, so it's one of those. Oh no, Anna doesn't know. That's okay, Google it. That one river. Yeah, Narknugs. That's, wow, you got it. It's that one river. Feel free to Google. Feel free to look it up. Hey, Ken's got it with the Danube. Oh, and then Johnny Boy got it too. Great job. It is the Danube River, the Blue Danube. Will send me a big super chat. Thank you so much. Sorry you don't have much time. Will, while you're here, can you do one thing for me? In the chat, type a colon, right? Top, T-O-P, and then another colon. Right? A colon, T-O-P, colon. I want to see what happens. I want to see if I manage to get this to work with Mr. Topple. Hey, look, it's Topple. It's Topple. I made a Topple emoji. Can you guys see him? Topple is famous. It's going to be Elephant Week next week, or this half of the week. We're going to celebrate all things elephant. So yeah, any members can make Topple appear in the chat like that. And thank you so much again for that huge super chat. That's the biggest one I've ever got. Isn't he sweet? He was, apparently, I don't remember this, he was a McDonald's Happy Meal toy. They had a collab with the World Wildlife Federation, and they had little cute friends. And of course, I got the elephant because I had actual friends who were elephants at the time. So I must have loved it very much, but I don't remember getting him. It's like very, very vague. I remember playing with him, but I don't remember getting him. I was 9 or 10. Anyway, we're doing trivia on rivers. The next river, one of Europe's biggest rivers, flows from the Swiss Alps to Holland. One of Europe's biggest rivers flows from the Swiss Alps to Holland. What will it be? Who will get it first? Who knows what it is? Who can guess? It's so cute. No clue, says Anna. Johnny Boy got it with the Rhine, and the Narknuts got it too. It is the Rhine River this time. Great job. It is the Rhine River. All right, let's see who's been paying attention to some of my... Oh, I won't want to spoil what continent I'm reading from. Anyway. The waters of this Southern Africa river tumble over the spectacular Victoria Falls. The waters of this Southern African river tumble over the spectacular Victoria Falls. Who's seen my recent videos on Zambia and Botswana? Yep, Anna got it with the Zambezi. Yeah, Anna, you got that one. Great job. It is the Zambezi River. Zambezi, yes, Zambezi, like Zambia. Zambia is named after the Zambezi River. Great job, great job, great job. Next, this, read your vid. Oh, use your vid to sleep. Perfect, see, you learned. Perfect. That's the goal of my channel. Education, relaxation, and world peace. That's my mission statement. Write that down. No, so much more Titantic reviews to pass out. That's okay. Relaxation's before education in my mindset, my goal here. I want you to fall asleep. Next river. This river cuts through Africa's largest tropical rainforest and is the second longest river in Africa at over 2,900 miles long. Because we all know the Nile is the longest in Africa. What is the second longest river in Africa that cuts through one of Africa's largest, or cuts through Africa's largest tropical rainforest? Every now and then got it with the Congo River. Jim got it too. Congo. Great job. Even Anna got it. Good job. Everyone got it. Oh, great job, you guys. I'm so proud of you. Lots of Congos out there. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Not a very good hint for this next one. This is the national river of Pakistan. That's all it says. This is the national river of Pakistan. There's also a very famous civilization that sprung up around this river. It's one of the cradles of humanity. Bruh, says Anna. I know it's not a very hint, but yeah, it's a very important river in ancient times, ancient prehistory. It is Indo something. You're very close. Who's gonna get it first? It's the yeah, it's a very important river. It flows right through Pakistan and into India for a little bit too. Don't worry if you can't spell it, just type it out. It's fine. Like, as long as I can understand what you're trying to say. That's all that matters. Don't worry about spelling. Hey, Johnny Boy got it with Indus. Yes, it's the Indus River. Congrats. Let's put a little Moai in the chat. Indus River Valley, exactly. Yes, it's the Indus River. Next. Oh, there's our first bot of the night. There's our first bot of the night. Let me block that. Give it 1 second, guys. So annoying. Sorry if you can hear my fridge too. My computer's so slow. If anyone else wants to block it before I can, just click next to it. Mesopotamia. Yeah, I know. I was. That's why I said it's one of the cradles of civilization. There's a few. Report. Mesopotamia is known as like the cradle, but there's lots of different cultural cradles. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, my slow computer, I think, has finally blocked it. Hide on channel. I know, like, I know, but then like multiple bots come out. Put user in timeout. It's not the same bot every single time is the thing. There's like millions of bots, so they just hop into random streams. There we go. Okay. There we go. Moving on. Next river. There we go. Bad bot. This river passes through 5 Southeast Asian nations, including Vietnam. This river passes through 5 Southeast Asian nations, including Vietnam, where it's also an incredibly large delta. Another one of like the top major deltas in the world. Who will get this? Any takers? Get it funny. This river passes through 5 Southeast Asian. Hey, Narknut's got it with the Mekong River. Yes, it is the Mekong. The Mekong River. Congrats. All right, I'm going to pick 2 more from the hard category. So I don't want to stress you guys too out with rivers. Next, I'm going to... big ocean-going ships can use this wide river to reach cities in Argentina and Paraguay. Big ocean-going ships can use this wide river to reach cities in Argentina and Paraguay. Not the Panama River. There is no Panama River. There's a Panama Canal, but it's not called the Panama River. Very good guess, Jim. Argentina and Paraguay. Market on boats. That is a floating market, pretty much. The floating markets are on the Mekong River. This river has a fish named after it, a very famous South American fish. That's your big hint. There we go. Johnny got with Paraná River. It's the Paraná. There's the car. Every night I hear this. I think he has to hotwire the car to start it. And that goes off every single time he has to start his car. Okay. Okay, you can do it. You can do it. Okay, he's just messing with this one at this point. Okay. Moving on to this last river. I don't know. I don't know who he is. I've seen him a few times. He has a big old truck outside. Anyway. Stop. I hate him. The ancient city of Babylon was built on this river, which goes through modern-day Syria, Turkey, and Iraq. The ancient city of Babylon was built on this river. I know. I'm pretty sure that's why his car alarm always goes off. Hey, Narknet's got it right away with the Euphrates. Not the Tigris, but that's the next best guess. It is the Euphrates is where Babylon was. Okay, we're going to move away from rivers. I can feel you guys struggling. Do you want to do mountains or natural landmarks? Famous mountains around the world. Natural. Let me throw one more in there. Let's do famous buildings. So natural landmarks, man-made landmarks, or mountains. Landmarks. Okay, I guess just natural landmarks. All right. Again, I'll pick out the easier ones for you because I don't think Will's here anymore. Will's not going to ace all the hard ones. Mountains, boy, we'll do mountains next. All right. Landmarks for sure. Perfect. Okay. Wonders of the World, this page is called. So starting with these rocks may look like stepping stones, but are a natural pattern of geometric shapes formed by a mass of hot molten rock, which shrank as it cooled, splitting into columns. That was a long sentence for not a very good description of what this is. This is a mass of very square-shaped rocks that look like stepping stones. Hey, Jim got it, though. Giant's Causeway. Yes, it's the Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland. Next, why don't we... I'm going to... No way! Anna, that's awesome. She knows the causeway. Oh, it takes lots of pictures. And film your amazing travel vlogs. I love your travel vlogs. Gonna make me cute. All right. Let's do this one. Sacred to the Aboriginal people known as Anangu, who live nearby, this isolated rock in Australia rises 1,142 feet above sea level. Trying to read while I do the bot. Surrounding flat, sun-baked desert landscape. Report. And then hide from channel. Yes, every now and then got it, which I figured you would. Uluru, even with the right accents. Look at that. Perfect. Every now and then got it with Uluru. Because that's the Australian we have in the chat. So you have to get that one. It's the law. Let's see. The rest are a little tricky. So I'll pick one more. What's like the next easiest one? It's not the biggest. Mount Augustus in Washington is here. Oh, this is the biggest rock. The biggest isolated rock. Thank you, Bluesy. I appreciate that. All right, why don't we do... I'm trying to think of like which one I've done the most recently. It's not just... It is a rock. It's a boulder. Oh my gosh, stop. Western Australia. Okay, let's do this one then. This vast expanse of white crystals in Bolivia is the largest salt flat on Earth, formed by the evaporation of an ancient salt lake. Do you guys want to do animals? Because Anna wants to do animals. Oh, Bluesy is Brazilian. Doesn't speak the language well. Obrigado, Bluesy. Still ride these babies for miles. Stop. So yes, the largest salt flat on Earth, it is in Bolivia, formed by the evaporation of an ancient salt lake. Anyone wants to hop in on that? Let me look at the animal section, try to figure out the easiest page. I know, I picked the easiest one I could. The rest were kind of tricky. Let's see. Ooh, I don't want to do bugs. It's a whole page of arachnids. I don't like that. We can do birds. Let's do birds. Oh, there's 2 different kinds of birds. There's one for predators. We'll just do regular birds. All right, I'll just give it to you guys. It's Salar de Uyuni. The Salar de Uyuni. The salt's flat. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's do birds for Anna, because Anna's very excited to do animals. And I think birds is one of the easier ones. There's one on big cats, but there's a lot of big cats that, I mean, they're more than just lions, tigers, jaguars. Anyway, let's do birds. Watch me fail. Anna, you're going to do fine. Don't worry. The world's largest living bird is also the fastest animal on 2 legs. It can run at a speed of 43 miles per hour. The world's largest living bird is also the world's fastest animal on 2 legs. Yep, Anna got it with ostrich. Emu is a great guess, though. Same difference, basically, but it is the ostrich. They are very, very fast. Good job. Next. I should be double checking the answers, make sure I'm reading the right ones. But, okay, there we go. I'm surprised the Aussie didn't say emu. Knock spectator around. Don't worry, you can hop in. It's okay. The biggest bill of any bird is just what you need to fish for your food. The biggest bill of any bird is just what you need to fish for your food. Terrified of birds. Oh no, I'm sorry. Jim got it with pelican. Yes. Oh, you all got it. It's the pelican. Great job. Jim wins that one with pelican. And Michael got it too. Big as in long or thick? Thick. And probably long. And I'm picking the easy ones. I don't want you guys to guess sulfur-crested cockatoo. No one's going to get that. But an enormous, colorful bill looks inconvenient, but helps this bird grab hard-to-reach fruit. An enormous, colorful bill looks inconvenient, but it helps the bird grab hard-to-reach fruit. Yeah, Johnny Boy got it with toucan. Yeah, it is the toucan. Great job. Hornbill. Oh, great guess, Anna. Toucan. Yeah, toucan. It is the toucan. Toucan. Good job, you guys. All right. You're all going to get this next one. Yeah, the Fruit Loops. I have some Fruit Loops, actually. They're on sale. By spreading its brilliant plumes, this male show-off likes to strut in front of the females. You're all going to get this one. By spreading its brilliant plumes, this male show-off. Yep, Jim got it with peacock. Yes, it is the peacock. It's specifically Indian peacock, it says, but it is the peacock. Yes. Next word. The pink of this bird's feathers comes from eating shrimp and other tiny animals living in the water. Anna, you're going to get this when you had this in your zoo vlog. The pink of this bird's feathers comes from eating shrimp and other tiny animals. Yep, Johnny got it first with flamingo. Everyone got it. It is the flamingo. Shrimp flamingos. They stink. Oh no, I've never smelled a flamingo. I've seen them, but I've never smelled them. Birds are very smelly animals, to be honest. All right, next. Oh, we've got an Australian bird. The second largest bird in the world lives in the Australian outback. The second largest bird in the world lives in the Australian outback. What is it? Yep, Narknet's got it first with emu. It is the emu. Where's every now and then? Still here? That was all for you, dude. It is the emu. I don't know. Anyway, you all got emo. Great job. Oh, you're lagging. Darn, that's right. Your Australian internet. I want to pick the easy ones. The national bird of New Zealand has nostrils at the tip of its beak to sniff out. The national bird of New Zealand has nostrils at the tip of its beak to sniff out worms. Narknit's got it first with kiwi. Yes. Narknit's got it with kiwi. There's an emu at a farm down the street from my house named Dino. He wants to be pet so badly. Oh no. Yeah, they are intimidating birds. I've seen a few emu farms around here in the hills out there. They are very scary birds. They're huge. It is the kiwi, anyway, is the answer for that one. All right. He's death in his eyes. Yeah, all those birds like that have that shape. They all do. They all look like they're just prepared for murder at any moment. I don't want to pick ones that are too hard. Okay, I'm gonna judge how hard you guys can go. All right. Stop. I was about to read Cassowaries. What will you do when you cover every country? That's a great question. 121 Artie. I have a plan, and you will know about the plan in December once I do cover every country. There's a grand plan, so don't worry. I was about to read the Cassowaries. The claws of this colorful bird have an excellent grip, which helps with the everyday tasks of clasping onto branches and grasping food. That was a horrible hint. Okay, forget that one. It was a macaw. Forget that one. That was a terrible hint. All right. Hey, Jim got it anyway. Awesome. In Central America, the long green tail feathers of this bird, which can be around 3 feet long, were used in ceremonial headdresses. Central America, the long green tail feathers of this bird, which are around 3 feet long. Annie, you're the one that wanted to do animals. This bird's on the flag of Guatemala, by the way. And green peacock, no, not a peacock. It's a very, very famous bird in Central America. The Aztecs loved this bird because it has gorgeous, gorgeous feathers, and they used them. They wore those big old feathers. Not dancing. It's not a parrot. It's not the dancing thingy. I know what you're thinking of. It's not that. It doesn't dance to attract mates. It's on the flag of Guatemala. There's a dinosaur named after it because there's a dinosaur that kind of looks like it from what we can tell. What other hints can see? These are hard. Had to look it up. Who is calling me? Let's answer it. Hello?
Hi, Jennifer. Where are you?
I'm in my room. Hold on.
How do you feel today?
I'm okay, but I'm live streaming right now.
Huh?
I'm on the internet right now. I'm live.
Oh, YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. I talk with the talk.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
I think maybe I talk with you
Yeah, okay, I'll talk to you later. All right. Anyway, Titanic trivia. Oh no, I'm sorry. I don't have any Titanic trivia. I can think of one. It is like pretzel. It rhymes with pretzel. It rhymes with pretzel. I wonder if those words are related somehow. Because it's anyway, I don't know. What's a Titanic question? Pretzel sounds great. I can't think of trivia when I'm put on the spot. I don't like being put on the spot. The founder of a major department store was on the Titanic. Which store was it? Oh my gosh, stop. I'm getting hungry. A major department store's founder. There were two founders. One of them was on the Titanic and he did not survive. What store was it? What store is it? It's still around. It's still a very large department store. Your two choices for trivia questions. No one still guessed this bird. Who will get it? Yeah, Macy's. Yes. One of the founders of Macy's died on the Titanic. Not Walmart. Sam Walton did not die on the Titanic. He is dead, but he did not die on the Titanic. Isidore Straus. Wow, Ken's. Yes. Stop. You got it. Wow. That's like advanced level question. Anyway, this bird is called a quetzal or a quetzal. It's a very beautiful bird. See, like, the animal questions are too hard. You know what I want to do? Who wants to do Roman gods? Who wants to do Roman gods? Not Greek gods, but Roman gods. Titanic is my current hyperfixation. We can do guess the gods, and we can do mythical creatures. Anna says, oh God, but Johnny Boy says, oh yes. Might be able to survive. Remember, they're all named after planets, right? Just think of the planets. You know your planets, right, Anna? Right, Anna? You know your planets. Let's do it. Let's do Roman gods. Let's see. And then maybe we'll go back to choose your own adventure because you guys are all struggling. Anyway, Narknuts is back. Awesome. We're about to do Roman gods. And we'll do mythical creatures too. Sure. We'll do mythical creatures. But first we're going to do Roman gods. Because now remember, it's not Greek gods. You can't put their Greek names. I won't accept the Greek name. You have to put the Roman name. Starting off with, make sure I'm reading the right hint. They're all mixed up on here. Yes. Armed with arrows, this is the goddess of the hunt. Armed with arrows, this is the goddess of the hunt. You're making my brain fire harder than it has in 10 years. Awesome. I know what her Greek name is. Put her Greek name in there. Oh, but Roman got it with Diana. Roman very appropriately here. To name some Roman gods, it is Diana. I guess for a bonus point, you can throw in the Greek names if you know them, because I'm also more familiar with the Greek names than the Roman names. Diana. Bro. Next. The 6th month of the year is named after the queen of the gods and the goddess of marriage, who is on the statue wearing a royal headband called a diadem. The 6th month of the year is named after the queen of the gods and the goddess of marriage. It's a really big hint. Not Juniper. That's a great guess. Juno. Yes, Roman's going to nail it. Oh, Anna got it too. Juno. Ken's got it. Yes, Juno is the answer. It is Juno. Next. Yes, not Juniper. Was that autocorrect? I won't answer. No, Roman play. It's fine. Don't worry. Where is it? I don't see it on here. Where is this god? It is number 9. There he is. Armed with thunderbolts, the king of the gods rolled over the sky. Armed with thunderbolts, this king of the gods rolled over the sky. Who will get it? Will Roman get it first? Oh, Narcanet's got it first with Jupiter. Yes, it is Jupiter. Jupiter's the answer. Next. Ready for battle, wearing a warrior's helmet, this fiery god of war gave his name to the red planet in our solar system. Easy peasy. Who will get this one? Johnny Boy got it with Mars. Yes, it is Mars, the god of war. Next. Where is it? I'm trying to just like find their picture on here without reading the hints, but it honestly don't. There we go. The brightest planet in the night sky is named after this goddess of love and beauty. The brightest planet in the night sky is named after this goddess of love and beauty. Yep, Darknet's got it with Venus. Yes, it is Venus. Next. How are you guys liking this, by the way? Do you want to move to mythical creatures? I'm going to name one more god on here. Let's do an easy one. The god of desire fired arrows to make people fall in love. And I got an 88. Nice. I assume that's a passing score on a flight test. The god of desire fired arrows to make people fall in love. Who was it? Yep, Roman got it with Cupid. It is Cupid. Cupid, yes. Okay, let's do one more god and then we'll move on to mythical creatures. This god ruled over the dead in the kingdom of the underworld, guarded by the three-headed dog Cerberus. This god ruled the dead in the kingdom of the underworld, guarded by the three-headed dog Cerberus. Let's see, it looks like I'm buffering a little bit. I hope I'm okay on there. It's lagging. I'm sorry, folks. Uh-oh. Hello. Okay. I'm here. I'll repeat it again just in case I was lagging. This god ruled over the dead in the kingdom of the underworld, guarded by three-headed dog Cerberus. You need 3 90s in a row. Oh, well, you got so close, Anna. Don't worry. You're going to do it. You're going to get it. No knowledge of Roman gods. Well, do you know the Greek god of the underworld? This one has a planet named after him, too. Ken's got it with Pluto. It is Pluto. Let's do mythical creatures. Starting off, in East Asia, this creature with a snake-like body and 4 legs is thought to bring good luck. In East Asia, this creature with a snake-like body and 4 legs is thought to bring good luck. Yeah, Steven, yeah, we were doing Roman, not Greek gods, though, but you got it. You can see it's just lagging. Audio's gone. Oh, no. Hello? Hello? Audio's glitching? No. No, no, no. Oh, okay, cool. Audio's still out, but picture is good. What? Everything's on. Close out of the chat and go back. Oh, okay. I hope that works. Let me know if it's working, because I can't really give you questions if... It is a dragon. Yes, it says specifically Chinese dragon, but yeah. Okay, fixed. Good. Okay. Moving on. Across Europe and Asia, there are stories of women with the tails of fish. What creature is it? Across Europe and Asia, there are stories of women with the tails of fish. You have to reload on your ends. Yeah. Oh, Letitia got it too with the dragon. Yeah, it's the dragon. Narknet's got it first with mermaid. Yes, it is the mermaid. Man, my lag is getting really bad. I apologize. Next. A bird which never dies. This creature has the ability to be reborn out of fire. A bird that never dies. This creature has the ability to be reborn out of fire. I've got my fan here. There we go. Oh, so much better. My cheesy Paris fan. Yep, Anna got it with Phoenix. Tails of fish. No, literal tails. Yeah, Phoenix, everybody. Great job. Great job. It is the Phoenix. Next. In the Middle Ages, Europeans told stories of horses with horns living in remote forests. What is the creature? Let's have... It's the best sounds. Ooh, a little loud, sorry. Ken's got it first with unicorn. Unicorns, unis, yes. It's unicorn. Myths of humans with the ability to turn into wolves have been told across Europe. These are very weirdly phrased questions. Myths of humans with the ability to turn into wolves have been told across Europe. If anyone's been playing The Sims lately, we know what this is. I'm like sick of it on The Sims already. Just seeing answers before questions. Oh no, Jim, refresh your page. Einhorn. Nice. And I got it first with werewolves. Werewolves. Yeah, that is a weird autocorrect. I see that. Is Sirius Black type of werewolf? Sirius Black was a Grimm, or the Grimm, right? That's what they thought he was. He wasn't a werewolf. Remus Lupin was the werewolf. Next. This tall, hairy, ape-like beast is said to live in the Himalayan mountains of Asia. This tall, hairy, ape-like beast is said to live in the Himalayan mountains of Asia. Ooh. Yep, Anna got with Yeti. See, Anna, you were worried about this category. It's the Yeti. That's my dad. Jim, stop. That's funny. Next. This ancient Greek mythical creature has the upper body of a man on a horse's body and legs. This ancient Greek mythical creature has the upper body of a man on a horse's body and legs. It's a really good sound. Anna got it with centaur. Nice, centaur. Good job, guys. It is the centaur. All right, another Greek one. Greek myths feature the scary one-eyed giant said to feed on human flesh. Greek myths feature the scary one-eyed giant said to feed on human flesh. Who knows what it's called? Also, if anyone's read Percy Jackson too. I guess if you've read Harry Potter and Percy Jackson, you can ace this category. Cyclops. Ken's got it first. It is the Cyclops. Can I not think of it? It is the Cyclops. Don't worry, Narcnets. Refresh the page, and that should fix the lag because it's been very laggy. Let me do. There we go. Another Greek one. Then I am nobody to the Cyclops. Yes, the Odyssey is great. In Greek myths, this creature, part lion and part eagle, guarded golden treasures and was known for its strength. In Greek myths, this creature, part lion and part eagle, guarded golden treasures. Yep, Anna got it with griffin. Yes, it's the griffin. I would have said, no, I'm thinking of something else that's on this list, right? It's not. There's no Sphinx on here. I was going to say, doesn't it tell riddles? But that's the Sphinx. The Sphinx isn't on here. It's crazy. Ooh, how about this? If I can find it on here. A giant bird which creates storms and flashes of lightning appears in the myths of North American people. A giant bird which creates storms and flashes of lightning appears in the myths of North American people. Who knows this one? I know what this is. Ken's got it with Thunderbird. Yes, it's the Thunderbird. Yes, Jim got it too. The Thunderbird. Great job, you guys. How about Thunderbird? Yes. A beast with the body of a man and the head of a bull was hidden in a labyrinth by King Minos of Crete. I haven't seen Prey yet. I heard it's very scary. I like scary movies, though. I like good scary movies. I like good movies. I don't like cheap, cheesy movies. Roman got it with Minotaur. Yes, it's the Minotaur in the labyrinth. King Minnow. My native ancestry came to chat. Nice. Awesome. They mentioned the Thunderbird. How cool. Next, this player of tricks who can appear as a spider or a man appears in African and Caribbean stories. Where's my Neil Gaiman fans out there? This player of tricks who can appear as a spider or a man appears in African and Caribbean stories. This is hot. Who knows this one? I did a video about this one. I read some stories about this god creature thing. I've always considered him a god. It's a very famous trickster god from Africa. Oh, cool. I'm from the Choctaw Cultural Center. My ex stopped. It's funny. No one knows who this is. I have a very old video where I read stories about this trickster. And again, feel free to Google if you don't know. The word literally means spider. It's not Arachne. No, no, no. It's not Arachne. That's Greek. This is an African god. Let me set up real quick. It's gonna squeak. Okay. Um, yeah, it's in a lot of different legends and stories, and I thought you guys would know this. Feel free to Google because I'd rather you guys learn it than just sit around and saying, I don't know. There we go. Nargna's got it with Anansi. It's Anansi. Yes. Anansi is the name. I need to go through my old story time videos and pick out some good ones to put in a playlist for you guys. Because that was a fun one. I liked reading about Anansi. Where does it originate? Western Africa, and it spread to the Caribbean, obviously. But yes, he's from Western Africa, mainly like Ghana, that area. Who will get this one? Japan's ponds and rivers are still thought to be home to this web-footed creature with a turtle shell. Japan's ponds and rivers are still thought to be home to this web-footed creature with a turtle's shell. Who knows? In Japanese mythology. Oh, it's getting hot. I should know this. Uh-oh. It's like on Harry Potter, Aragog. Roman got it with the kappa. Yes, it is the kappa. Kappa, which is also in Harry Potter. They mention them in Harry Potter and Animal Crossing. It's the kappa water sprites, yes. Let me pick one more. Okay. Make sure that's right. Yes. As my sister can speak Japanese, you have this the kappa. Ancient Roman myths often tell of wild men with the legs and horns of goats. Ancient Roman myths often tell of wild men with the legs and horns of goats. It's another, if you've read Percy Jackson, you know this. Satyrs, yeah. It's, yeah, it says fawn on here, but satyrs and fawns are the same thing. So, yeah, Roman and Jim both win on that one. All right. I'm going to cap that one there. The rest are, it is Mr. Tumnus. Yes, he's a fawn. We can do, from Hercules too. That's right. It's in Hercules too. I don't know. Do you guys? Oh. I really wanted to do this one today. Name that language. I'm going to say hello in a language, and you have to tell me what language. Anna wants to do big cats. Maybe. I want to do this one first. I'm going to say hello in a language, and you have to tell me what language that is. Now, there are a couple of olas and a couple of hollows, so just throw them out there. I'll try to differentiate as best I can. Okay, are we ready? The first one. Get ready. Aloha. 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 What if I can whisper these? Aloha. I'm waiting. I think it's laggy again. It's definitely someone's got it by now. There we go. Ken's got it with Hawaiian. Yes. Hawaiian. Oh, Narknut's writing it in French. Hawaiian. Excellent. Hey, Doonchita's here again. Hello. It's Hawaiian. Don't worry about spelling, Anna. If I can read it, if I know what you're trying to say, then you get it. I'm so glad you're back. We're doing, Jim has to go, though. That's okay. Good night, Jim. Get some good sleep tonight. Next language. Make sure I find it on the list here. Where is it? Where is it? No, seriously. Oh, okay, it's up here. Oh. Don't know how to type in English. Don't worry about it. I can read French. It's fine. Next language. Ciao. 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 Ooh, I'm lagging. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Ciao. Ciao. Ciao, Jim. Good night, Jim. Domchita fell asleep. Good. Hey, Roman got it with Italian. That makes sense. It's Italian. Awesome. Italiano. Yes, Italian. Good job, Leticia. Yes, some of these are a typing race, but this next one, because there's a couple languages that sounds just like this anyway. Marhaban. 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 Ooh, my fridge is really loud tonight. I don't know why. Marhaban. Not Italian. Oh, that's probably a leftover. It's probably the lag. I'm sorry. Marhaban. You guys are so smart. I'm so proud of my subscribers. Hey, Narknut's got it with Arabic. Great job. It is Arabic. That is how you say welcome, apparently, in Arabic. Don't worry about the caps. You were excited. It is Arabic. Yes. Good job. Next. Okay. This could be a couple things. I'll try to differentiate it because it's hola. 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 It's one or the other, right? I'm trying to differentiate one from the other. This is hola. Hola. I think I'm lagging again. This might have to be the last one, which is sad, but this is no bueno. Hey, Dumchita got it with Portuguese. Yes, that was Portuguese. Português. Oui. Portuguese. Good job, you guys. I really try to make it not sound like Spanish. It is Portuguese. Slavic ones. I think there's a couple on here. Next, we have bonjour. Bonjour. I can't say it in an American accent anymore. Bonjour. Bonjour. Yep, Narknut's got it. It is French. Français. Oui. And next, okay, get ready. Get ready. Hello. 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 How long has it been? Yeah, 2 hours. Yes. Say salut. I know. British. It's just English. I'll give it to Anna. It's English. Yes. I think British would be like, hello. Stop. American. Yeah. American English, I suppose. Or Canadian English. Yeah. You guys are all right. Or Australian. You guys are funny. It's just English. Awesome. Yeah, you slept for 2 hours, don't you? Nice. That's awesome. Next, this one's kind of hard to say, so I'm going to say the hi version. Like there's bonjour, salut, right? Or hello and hi. I'm going to say the hi in this language because I don't want to mess up the hello. So it's privyet. Privyet. Let me try the hello. It's strastuvdye. Strastuvdye. Or privyet. Privyet. Yep, Narknet's got it first with Russian. It is Russian. Здравствуйте. I don't know why I struggle over that one. It is Russian. Next, let me find the right one. We're 15 here. Okay. This one can also be a bunch of languages, so I'll try to differentiate it as hello. Hello. I'm saying that kind of loud into the mic. I'll back up. Hello. I can't speak this language quietly. It's loud. Hello. It's not Czech. See, it could be Czech, right, Leticia? But it's not what the option is on here. It's not Belarusian either. It's hello. Vroom. I know that was a loud one. Hello. The vroomer. Not Dutch, I'd guess. Hey, Roman got it with German. That was supposed to be German. That was me trying to do a German accent. It was German, yeah. German if you can't speak it quietly, exactly. I don't know how to say German words quietly. Although Belgian is not a language. They speak Dutch and French. Yeah. Yeah, but German ASMR is amazing. Oh my gosh. Like people who can naturally whisper German, it's so tingly. Anyway. Next, namaste. Namaste. Oh, my computer is laggy. Yeah, I'm going to have to wrap this up after this category. My computer's not happy, guys. Namaste. My computer is really slow. Brazil. There we go. There we go. My poor computer. Yeah, it's lagging. I'm going to have to wrap this up after this. Namaste. I feel like I have to go like this when I say namaste. Namaste. Hindu, yeah, it's Hindi, but yeah, Hindi is the answer. Hindi. That is Hindi. Namaste. Next is konnichiwa. 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 You all got Hindi. I'm so good. Hindi is the language, yeah. Anna got it first with Japanese. Yes, that was Japanese. Listening to K-pop. What are you listening to, Jimjita? I've had sneakers in my head all day. I can't get it out. Nihongo. Yes, it's Japanese. Good job. Next we have, I'm going to say this with my California accent because I don't know how to say it in a normal accent. It's hola. Oh, weekly. Nice. I'm still obsessed with After School. Their song, not the band After School, the weekly song After School. Hola. Hola. Yeah, Spanish. Yeah. I can only say it in like Mexican Spanish. I'm not sure the Spanish, Spain Spanish way is the same, but we say hola. Spanish. Good job. Next, we have, make sure I'm reading the right one. Ni hao. Ni hao. Ni hao. Ni hao. I'm lagging. Yeah, we're going to have to, we're almost done. There's a couple more. My computer's like done for the night. Ni hao. Ni hao. Ni hao. There's just a lag, man. Someone's caught it by now. I know it. Not Chinese. You have to tell me specifically what kind of Chinese. Because Chinese actually isn't a language. There we go. Doomjita got it with Mandarin. Chinese is not a language. There are different types of Chinese. So that was Mandarin. Mandarin is the answer to that. It is Mandarin Chinese. Yes, Mandarin. Great job, you guys. Let's see. Make sure I have. Okay. That one. Yes. Yes. Sawasdi. Sawasdi. Oh my god, I love holiday party. Stop. Chikoku. That's the Japanese word for China, yes. Sawasdi. Whoa. I would give a hint, but the Doomchita would get. Sawasdi. Sawasdi, yes. Someone, Doomchita, someone on my shirt would say, Sawasdi. I just gave it away to Doomchita. Anyway. Sawasdi. That's another one I feel like I have to go like this. Sawasdi. Who's going to get it? Someone's going to get it. I think it's lagging again. That's what it is. Sawasdi. I can't really say it with the. Yeah, there we go. It's Thai. Yeah. I told Doomchita. We'll get it. It's Thai. Yes. Lisa on here. Where's Lisa? Over here. Lisa would say Sawasdi. All right, Johnny Boy's going to bed. Have a great night, and thank you very much for the birthday wishes. There's a couple more on here, and then I'm going to wrap up for the night, so don't worry. Next, we have merhaba. Merhaba. We are in the hard category right now. Merhaba. Merhaba. Who's going to get this one? Merhaba. 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 Hey, Conchita got it with Turkish. Yeah, and Narknets too. It is Turkish. It does sound Turkish. Yep, it was Turkish. That's how you say hello in Turkey. It's merhaba. Perfect. Next, we have. Make sure I'm reading the right hint on here if I can find it. Where is it? Oh, it's the last one on here. That's why. Haloa. Haloa. Thank you, Kens. Have a good night. Like Mama Bear, like Mama Bear. It's cute. Haloa. 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 There's a big lag, I can tell. No idea. So many hellos. This one's very distinct. Haloa. Hint, please. Scandinavia. That's your hint. Haloa. Sounds Northeastern European. You are correct. It's up there somewhere. It's one of those countries. Not Finnish. I forget how to say hello in Finnish. It's really bad because I'm covering Finland right now. It's Anna got it. It's Swedish. That is Swedish. Maybe it's the Finnish one too, but I know for sure that that's Swedish. Haloa. Danish, Swedish, Norwegian. Okay, not gonna stop. You just throw all of them in there. Best guesser. Yes, good job, Anna. All right, 3 more on here. Now the way I learned how to say this is not how it's telling me how to pronounce it. So one of us is wrong. So I'm gonna say it how I know it's Chiarite. Chiarite. Nordic 5. Chiarite. That's at least how I learned how to pronounce it. It says it a little different in here, but it's Chiarite. And I've said this to actual people of this nationality, so I know it's right. It was Nani qua. It's Chiarite. Chiarite. This is fun. I like this category. I knew this would be fun on my channel. Chiarite. Who's gonna get it? It apparently means be glad. That's a really cute greeting. I didn't know that. Anna. Not Icelandic. Chiarite. Think Europe. It's a European language. Chiarite. It's a very, I don't want to say, I don't want to give it away. I almost gave you the biggest hint, so I would have got it. But yeah, think Europe. Chiarite. Chiarite. We're thinking. Chiarite. Okay, I'll give you the hint I was going to say. It's a very old language. Chiarite. Not Hungarian. Good guess. Not Macedonian, but you're in the right part of the world. It's not Gaelic. It's not Croat. Chiarite. Just guess all the European ones. It's a very old language. Yep, Narkinet's got it. It's Greek. Chiarite. Greek is the answer. All right. Good luck with this one, because this isn't how I was taught to say hello in this language. It's salve. Salve. Yeah, it was a bit Balkan, right? You were all floating around Greece. Salve. Actually, never mind. I don't know how to say hello in this language, so I'm sure that that's right. Yeah, Roman got it. It's Latin. That's how you say hello in Latin. I guess I really only know how to say proper nouns in Latin, so I don't know actual forms of conversation. So salve is how you hello in Latin. That's what Caesar would have said to you if you met him in the forum. And lastly, annyeong. Annyeong. Who's gonna get it first? Annyeong. Annyeonghaseyo. Annyeong. Oh, Narknet's got it first with Korean. Doomchita, where are you? Korean is the answer. Annyeonghaseyo is the formal way. Annyeong is the high version. Oh, I skipped one. Oh no, I skipped one. Okay, there's one more. No, you drifted off on the most important one. Okay, I skipped one. Cheshcha. Cheshcha. Someone's going to get this for sure. Chestia. I don't know how to pronounce this, which I'm probably ruining the pronunciation, but I covered this country recently, so I remember how to say hello. It's Chestia. Not Czech. But good guess at the Chestia. Yeah. That is not it, but it is a European country. Chestia. Chestia. No. Go on, someone's going to get it. Chestia. Hints? Eastern Europe, not Albanian. Eastern Europe. Not Welsh. Oh, there we go. Anna got it. It's Polish. That's how you say hello in Poland. It's Polish for Chestia. Anyway, my computer is lagging horribly, so I'm going to end this stream. See, like it's still showing me all you guys' guesses, like it's so behind. So my computer needs to rest. So that is going to be FNAS Polska. Yes. So I will be live again 2 weeks from today for a trivia challenge. It's going to be a tricky one, and there will be a prize. So, yeah, I look forward to that. I am making the questions, and it's going to be a tough one. So, coming up after we do Finland, we're going to be celebrating Elephant Week. We're going to be covering 3 African countries that have big elephant populations in them. So we're going to be celebrating all things elephant starting on Thursday. So I've never tapped on him. He's so tingly. We might have to do a whole topple video, guys. He's so ASMR-y. Do his ears one last time before I go. He's so good. Anyway. Oh, that's okay, Anna. Go ahead and binge my videos. That's fine. Anyway. So get ready for Elephant Week starting on Thursday. And yeah, I'll see you all live again in 2 weeks for the big ASMR Geographica 2-year channelversary trivia challenge. So study up. I'm going to tell my channel members, thank you, Leticia. I'm going to tell my channel members which categories they need to study up on. Otherwise, I'm going to let you guys go. So yes, good night, everybody. Thank you for playing. Thank you for playing along with my Titanic fantasies. And I'll see you all in 2 weeks. Have a very, very good night. And my lagging computer says goodbye. Eventually it'll turn off till it lags. Good night, everyone. Good night.